Again? Once I scrolled down, I could see you. Hello! Hi! Yeah, it's pretty warm. It's warm. It wasn't this warm like yesterday or even earlier today, but I always choose the best times to stream. Hi! Welcome!
Kaseraki.
Hello. Why does it think that when I pull like a cartoonish frowning face in real life, it always thinks my mouth is open in this like this an angry but open way. It's not that angry. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I guess I have to tone down my cartoonish villainness in real life to get the tracking to work. But hello, welcome, White Cheese. Welcome, Erickson. Hi. Ooh, the hand is not broken today. Bix! Or should I say, there you are. It's like Bix, but I said Nyan instead. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome in Stew as well.
What's
Hello.
the difference between beethovens and sleeping with my neighbor's wife?
Hold on. Say that again, Ryuk.
What's the difference between beethovens and sleeping with my neighbor's wife? One is a symphony, the other is a symphony.
Oh my god, wow, okay, she read that perfectly, except for the and I guess Beethovens, but honestly that is how it's spelled if you read it Englishly, so I can't blame her that much, but Beethoven's it's kind of funny. Whenever I see someone write STH, by the way, I know you're at 5th. She sounded like she just deflated, what the hell? Whenever I read STH, holy!
British music kata.
Ah! My head! Thank you very much, British music, Kato. No, you! I mean, okay, I'll take those ones, but not the cute part. No, you. Hello! Welcome on Stable. Hi! Whenever I see someone write STH as an abbreviation of something, I always read it as Sith, and I've never even seen Star Wars. Welcome in stream, welcome in Comcell. Hello, hi. I just got back from work and turned on my computer and this stream went live. Oh, wait, I read that weirdly. I thought she said Reddit for a second. Reddit. Ah! Welcome. Hi. Thank you very much for the resub. Hello, hi. By the way, Trade Splatter, thank you very much for the resub as well while doing the Starting Soon screen. Hello, both of you. Hello. No count to 36. She goes up on 37. Nah, Brent 36 she would have read as Breddick or something as well. It's because she is... It's totally her fault. I didn't program her this way at all. But she interprets the 37 as ET. When if it's part of a word, she thinks it's lead speak. Yeah, welcome in Comcell. I was watching you all the time. That's how I knew when to go live at the perfect time. I've already responded in text to this, but I just decided to respond in voice as well. Can this some stuff get off my screen? There's far too much stuff on here right now. Oh, I just refreshed a page instead of closing. That was weird. Jokever! Hello, welcome. Thank you for the joke. Welcome in Dapper Sapper. Welcome in Lotus. Hi. Thank you for the pats as well, Bix. And the pats Jock. And the pet Stew! I guess I should hydrate and posture check as well. I did save the kidneys.
543 knows 1,337 speak.
Yeah, it has to be text and letters combined. Oh, I guess you could tell then, actually. Ironically, leet speak being written, a word that's written without any letters. The word leet.
543 knows 1,337 speak.
She got 2 out of 4 words. One terrible pun a day. One terrible pun a day. A day keeps a doctor away. Yeah. I actually accidentally said gay. Time to hydrate. By the way, I was so ready to stream last night that I got like everything ready, including bringing Nyan juice into my room, and I forgot to take it back down to put it in the fridge last night after not streaming, so now I have warm Nyan juice. This is my punishment for not streaming yesterday.
Oxted beef coffee.
Oxted beef coffee. I only drink Oxted beef. Thank you for the hydration, Stu. This is a posture check as well. And since it's been a little while since I streamed, I mean, I only streamed last week, but due to the which days it fell on, it's been a little while. So my voice is in like weird, hissy, like, you know, the breathy. When I don't speak for a while, it goes like into this weird weak form. So yeah, I basically don't really speak much apart from on stream. Sometimes I'm in voice chats on Discord. I guess I haven't been much recently. And yes, welcome Dapper, Lotus, Bix, Stew, Memtooth, hello. It's the same do no diff. It's the same do no diff. What? Drink bottle life hack for the forgetful. Put the bottle on the ground where it's like 1 to 2 cool. I am doing this, and it is definitely cooling up on my desk. True. Especially up on my desk in my area, like the heat gets trapped in this area because not only is it like higher up where my computer is, but like up here, just above my head, there is something that's keeping the heat trapped in this area. So yeah, difference between the floor and the desk is big here. Welcome Dara, Dr. Dank, welcome. Hi, I'd like to apply to be a speaker, please. That will cost you... Wait, what is it sent to? That will cost you... 400... fangs. Is it really that expensive? Maybe I should lower it a bit. I think I made it that expensive to try to deter people who are just randomly sliding in wanting something foul to be read. Yeah, in the form of the Robo Yook TTS. And then you can speak. That's it. Then you'll be a speaker. You will have applied 50%.
Something full.
Something fool? You know, now look at that word. I understand how she could pronounce it fool. Maybe I'm never gonna read that word like foul again.
Mum.
Why does she pronounce it in such a like a funny way? Why is it like wee? But instead. Hi Freb. Welcome. Hi Freb. I swear I was gonna get you eventually. I'm scrolling down. There's the Freb. Okay, another Nyan.
Cheese vendor, I am going into battle, and I need your strongest cheese potion.
Not yet, I must Nyan first. Nyan. There you are. I managed to get it in before the inevitable onslaught of cheese. Welcome in Urvaknak though. Also,
cheese.
Truly foul TTS there.
Cheese.
Why? Okay, I know why.
You are not worthy of my strongest cheeses.
Cheese. Ah!
Käse.
Hi Bucky as well. Welcome. Hype train incoming. Look, I just glanced over and I saw hype train incoming and I thought that... Wait, why is it just saying hype train incoming and it's just saying 000?
Cheese.
What is going on here? Look at this. Oh, it fucking disappeared as soon as I switch view. Oh my god, this is actually trolling me. Oh, fuck you too then, Twitch. I'll put you back into an invisible screen. Did you see it for a moment that it was like hanging out there and then it disappeared? Oh my god. Anyway, it looked like the hype train was coming because of the cheese, because I only just noticed it and that was kind of funny. That's what I was trying to say. Cares indeed. The cost of TTS can't deter anyone with 187.8k fangs. That's a lot of fangs, Liquid, but if you have that many fangs, I would, you know, that... If you're just saving them up to say something nasty, well, holy crap, you are playing the long game and you almost deserve to get away with it. But no, otherwise, if it's someone who's saved up that much by hanging out here, either they're in severe, you know, severe trouble, they're not being able to leave, they're like stuck. I'm very sorry for the unintentional torture I've inflicted upon you. Or, I guess maybe they like it here and they don't want to say foul things. I'm saving them up to send 1,500 slices of cheese. You know that there's like a limit on the number of cheese slices that one person can throw per stream, right? It's really high, but it is there, and people have hit it before. And it's far less than 1,500.
It's her.
Hold on. I'm speaking of it. Hang on. Wait. Pressing the wrong buttons.
Yo, PT, yeah. It's her.
On the screen, no vision. Very podge. Very packable. What's with the cheese, though? Oh, it's already gone. Glorpa? PvPv.
PvPv. I reckon it was the PvPv that probably got her stuck. I like the way you pronounce it, Glorpa. I love the way the text loud voice does pay attention to question marks. It's really embarrassing that in 2025 there are paid voices that still don't pay attention to question marks. I don't know if it was actually, well, I mean, I said this, that voice is from a long time before 2025, and anyway, what am I trying to say? I wonder if the Twitch API can get a total cheese thrown by someone. No. There isn't a way to do that myself. They'll probably have records behind the scenes. And I could have records if I were, you know, if I had any kind of forethought and planning, then I might have actually implemented like some global counter. But I didn't. Because I don't. I'm like 1/6 of a channel point millionaire. Wow, congrats. I'll just bribe Twitch. There's no way they can resist. Wait, what? Bribe them to remove the limit? Oh no. Who's that? That wasn't the regular Yook speaking. Ah, right. When the RoboYook fails to render some speech, usually that will be because it got stuck generating for far too long. Well, that's the only time this will happen actually. Yeah, if it gets stuck rendering for too long, which will usually be because it gets stuck, like, whatever. It's a neural network. It's gambling. It's gacha. There's zero guarantee that it will produce the same thing every time. I mean, that's not inherent in a neural network. You can do it without softmax, like random sampling. But in order to get like a unique thing, there is randomness involved. Why so much cheese? Anyway, so if it fails, then it times out for a long time. If she keeps rambling for, I think it's more than 20 or 30 seconds worth of audio, then my interface assumes, let me just take that mic away from you and give it to a different TTS system instead. That is just concatenative synthesis. The good old tried and tested, but actually not that good old because I preferred when it was Foreman synthesis. Anyway. Hi, FI or FL? FL GUI. Is that a graphical user interface for Fruity Loops? Why is there so much cheese in my face right now? I'm trying to speak and all of you are just throwing cheese. Jeez. I swear.
Cheese time.
I've never seen any historic data from the Twitch API, which is sad.
Yes.
The most historic it goes is looking back into VODs, I think, and getting the duration of follows. I think that'd be a historic thing as well. I guess you, and saying how long someone's been subscribed, I guess.
Cheese.
Are you trying to show what the limit is there, Fred? You're choosing to hinder your future thumbnails. Oh my god. Let me show that actually. Let me show that. So, I uploaded a bunch more videos to YouTube if anyone's interested. You can see the past videos here. I'm nearly caught up. Maybe that's a slight exaggeration. I have like, how many more to go until I'm caught up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... plus like the 4 or so in that folder which I already to upload, plus maybe 4 on YouTube that are waiting. Less than 20, let's say less than 20 left. Which is how long ago? We're probably up to June already. Iko! Hi! Thank you very much for the resub. Welcome! Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations on reaching double digits. Or commiserations, I'm not sure. Maybe that's better. Anyway, it occurred, I realized it sure is a good thing. I posted this video on my Discord, but I'm going to show it here on Twitch because it's amusing and I want to show it. But yeah, I realized it sure is a good thing that YouTube allows you to upload custom thumbnails. Because if it didn't, and you only had the preview thing, which is like a thing that it automatically, you know, when you mouse over a thumbnail, it like fake plays a little cheese. It fake plays a little sample of video at like a really crap frame rate, And like, yeah, I don't know, it's a very amateur hour thing. It looks really crap. I don't know how like random porn websites are able to make better video previews than YouTube. Minnie Mouse over them. But anyway, those are like automatically chosen. I can't choose those little things. It like chooses what it thinks is like a really interesting part in the video, I guess, based on, I don't know what the fuck, neural networks? Yeah, and every single time it chooses one of those, it's I'm trying to find where the fuck my videos are saved. There they are. Every time it chooses it always, like, well, at least over 90% of the time, and I really do mean that, it always chooses, at least 90% of the time.
Delicious plastic cheese.
It doesn't choose cheese. Well, yes, it does! It does choose delicious plastic cheese. Or it chooses me getting head patted. Here's a little screen cap of me mousing over each of these. Actually, why don't I just get my goddamn channel up right now and show you? I don't need to be having a screen cap up. Slight spoiler on the screen right now.
Cheese.
Why? Okay, it's loading. My computer's in slow motion when I'm streaming, so it's taking a while, sorry. Zip. Look at this. Can I zoom in and get these big... Yeah, yes, but it then shrinks. Well, let me just... Can I get bigger now? Yeah, I can. Look at this. We're gonna mouse over them, okay? No selection, no cherry picking. We're gonna go through every single one. Let's work out a percentage, okay? How many have not just cheese or head pads? It's always cheese or giving head pads. Thank you for the head pads. Are you ready? We have cheese, head pads, head pads,
Delicious plastic cheese.
head pads, cheese, head pads, cheese,
Lactose-filled dairy
cheese.
product.
Look at me flailing around in this one. Okay, so 100% so far. Those are cheese emotes floating. I'll take that as cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Flailing in the same way as I might when cheese is thrown at me, but okay, that one's not. So first one. Cheese. Head pads. Head pads. It's being given, but it's still a headband. Okay, nothing on this one. I guess finally it thought that Enlin is interesting. I mean, like, finally it saw something aside from cheese and head pads, and it's Enlin. Enlin's there. So finally Enlin is there to make it less interesting. Here's when I'm playing a game. Finally, it thinks that the gameplay is more interesting. Fucking finally! Although there are emote bubbles floating across that are yellow, maybe it thinks that they're cheese, but they're not cheese. Ha! No cheese this time, YouTube. No cheese there either. Wow, okay. No cheese there. Wait, is it just recently it thinks there's cheese? Okay, there's a bell. There's the cheese. Okay, we're back. There's the cheese. There's the cheese. Ah, there's the cheese. Even with the screen on my head, it's thinking cheese is good there. Head pants. What the fuck am I doing here? What am I looking at? Nothing. And the nyan thingy. Alright, anyway, there you go. It's usually cheese and head pants. Maybe it's worse nowadays than it was a little while ago. That's a lot of cheese. Why? Oh, hey, look, it's a cheese wheel. A different one. Ah.
Cheers.
Welcome, Monotren as well. I can't believe you're throwing cheese as well. Hibiki as well. Hello. Oh my god, this is bringing everybody out of the woodwork to secretly throw cheese at me. How dare you? Thank you for that hydration, Chaos. Welcome in, Chaos. I love Glop posting Glop. What percentage of the total stream time Yuki has a cheese on her face? I wonder. Here, have a refreshment. Oh, thank you for the spray, I guess. Hi, this is X539 as well. Welcome, I guess. Does it choose the most replayed part? I don't think so. It's just trying to choose a part that it thinks is like super engaging or interesting, and staring at pages of code it thinks is not interesting. How dare it? Flailing weird cat. True. That was cheese and headbands. Wow. Okay, nice. There was a request from Umi Pie, so there you go. breakdancing? Is that what I was saying? I'm just imagining the meme with the super slow breakdancing while the breakbeat plays. Maybe the stream is just 90% cheese and those are just random. Nah. Keep going, more thumbnails? I'm bored of that now. What is the cheese law? There isn't really any. There was a meme of throwing cheese at a baby's head. And there's the meme of James May slamming a block of cheese on the counter going, cheese. That reefer really wasn't worth it. And I combined them. And then more recently there has been actually cheese being put on the cat's head, which I totally take full credit for. And I don't really. Racing streams are fun? Hell yeah. Impatience and the urge to go fast. Yay. I demand a per stream graph of the number of cheeses on Yook's head and headbands. Receiving would be -1 versus time. -1, really? Okay. I know that putting toast on cats is the thing you can use to create perpetual motion. Oh, true. Did I say hi to Liquid Cake? Because hi to Liquid Cake. Hello, hello. I guess that would be an interesting neural network to try to train. Count the cheeses. You know, that wouldn't actually be too bad. I could make my own training data for that. Like if I were to edit my streaming setup, I could just have it tag the frames where I have cheese on my head, because it knows if there's cheese on the screen. Because it's controlling it. It has to be toast with butter / butter and jam in it though. True, and the butter side has to be away from the cat. And then that's what causes it. Otherwise the toast, I guess, is just gonna stick to the cat. Doesn't have butter, it's just grilled bread. Grilled bread? Well, but the bread always lands the butter side down. If it's not buttered, the bread's not going to have any preference to which side it lands on, right? How old is that image? Wait, which image? Wait, which image? Which image? Anyway, I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. I've done a little bit of work on this, and a package has arrived, and I also made some videos of this stuff, because as you can see right now, I'm in 3D, which means I'm not going to be showing you a live view of stuff happening, but thankfully, that's because I already recorded some, and I've already shown them on my Discord, but god damn it, you're gonna see them again now if you've seen it on there already. Let me close some things. Photos is the name of the folder, even though they're like videos as well. The cat spinning definitely, indefinitely with toast strapped to it. I don't know, I want to say it was pre-2010. I feel like it was something that I saw in my early days of having my own computer, which would have been around 2004, 3? I found out about 4chan not long after that. I'm pretty sure I saw it on the 4chan or one of the derivative boards. It might have been a board called Not 4chan, actually. There was literally a board called Not 4chan. I don't know if it still exists. I'm pretty sure I had the joke while I was at school, which would have been pre-2000s. Oh yeah, and I'm sure that person did not invent it, but you know. All right, let's have a look at some things. Why is this all not sorted in date order? Why does it always sort backwards? By default. Take a close look at this rain effect I was able to make on the LCD. Except don't take too close a look, because around the middle of the screen there's this weird discontinuity where, like, the position of the raindrops, maybe if I go frame by frame. It's a little hard to see when I do that then. Was that it? Occasionally the raindrop would like go to like a weird whatever, there was like a weird odd break halfway through. Anyway, I fixed it since recording this video, and it also goes in the opposite direction now. But yeah, I started making some like weather effects for the LCD, because there's going to be a There's gonna be a okay, I saw it there. It was quite near the end. I think it's every 8th column and it happens around the middle of frame variety. So I didn't notice it before I recorded the video, I noticed it afterwards. Man, it's really hard to see. It is there, and like I understood why it was there in the code. I've fixed it since. But anyway, so that's some rain. I've also made a snow effect. And which video is it? Which one's this one? Oh, right. This is where we ended up on the last video. This is where we ended up on the last stream, sorry. For those who didn't see it. I have recreated something similar to that now. But it works in a different way. Basically, I modified the function that does this. This was its own loop before, and now I've made it like its own... Just a function that can be called. And you can have a main loop somewhere else. So you can draw a layer of rain, and then on top of that you can draw the Long Yook sliding. This is now like a stateful function, like it uses a few static variables. Those are like variables that remember their values between calls, so that it can remember like where it was in position, like where it was in the sliding cycle, like where on the screen, how long the tail was, and which of like the four stage cycle thing it was on. And it'll just automatically like do the next frame and advance for the next time. And then so yeah, rain, Long Yook, and then snow, and then send the pixels, and then we can do some other things here while the pixels are sending if we want. Nothing that affects the pixels that it's sending, otherwise we might send half of them, you know, with these things and then half stuff that we draw here, but we're waiting for it to finish being sent here. So we've basically got free time between these two lines. If there's anything I can do that doesn't draw, I'll put them there. And then we wait until it's time for the next frame, so that we're not just blurting out frames, or blasting, blurting, splurting, firing out many frames at a stupidly high frame rate. Ah! Why? What? Oh my god, Omni! Hello, hi, and Stravinkle, welcome. By the way, did I ever say hi, Cabbage? Hi, Cabbage. Am I making it rain on Paul Long Yook? Maybe in the next video. I want it to be like, sorry, in the next video that I played, you might see that. Maybe. Why did the music stop? Oh, because I'm stopping this.
Jeez.
Maybe. Block mapping on. I don't know what that means. I do want it to be like a weather cycle, yes. Will there be cheese integration? There probably will be cheese that she'll eat, and you will not throw it at her. Do you understand? That won't be possible. You'd have to flipping modify it yourself, work for it if you want to do this Long Yook abuse. I'm not gonna enable that myself. Anyway, look at the next one. As a test for... Why did it not go to the next one? As a test for it being able to do all this stuff. Ta-da! Look, it's raining. Now it's going sideways and it's not broken. And there's like snow slowly falling and going sideways, and she's sliding along. It's doing them all. The rain is in the background, by the way. The snow is in front. Sorry about the potato quality of this video. It's because Discord had to recompress it to when I uploaded it, because this is just downloaded again from Discord. I could actually transfer the original higher quality video from my phone. Didn't think about that. Whoops. Anyway, when the snow, rather than just being drawn black on top of everything, it actually XORs with whatever's behind. In other words, it just inverts the color of whatever's behind. You can see when a snowflake goes over her hair, which is dark, obviously. Watch this one here. This one looks like it's going to go over. There. Do you see it? Now it's a white X on her head. There. You see it? So like it's always visible is the idea. And yeah, you can see that she's being drawn on top of the rain. She blocks out the rain behind her. So it's not just that she's drawing the black parts. It's actually forcing these parts of her tail to white as well. That's the proper transparency support we wanted to add. These parts are transparent. This part is not. And then the snow goes and everything. And yeah, it's just working. It just works. So yeah, that's the little thing I did off stream. Cheese is part of Yuki's identity now. Embrace it. Look, I have embraced it because I did the cheese taste testing stream. By the way, what a fun stream that was. I just am a little bit sad because I can never really live up to that again. There aren't enough cheeses that I even have access to that I could buy to do it again. Who the fuck is Todd? Imagine this not going into production, but customers will have to assemble and pilot themselves. I would not do that to people. Yeah, so a couple of just work. Oh, I see. Is that a thing that Todd Howard said? I feel like many people probably said this. The concept of something just working, being like a famous thing that someone said, is kind of sad. Because like, it would be nice if things just worked more. Here's a little amplifier board. I think I showed, maybe not it visually, but I think I showed the sound of this working on a previous stream. Not the last one probably, but maybe one before, I don't remember. Liar for hire. I know nothing. Anyway, this little thing is gonna come into play on today's stream, hopefully, if I'm able to like do it within 3 hours and I can stop waffling within 3 hours. Because obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but this is an amplifier board, and well, you connect a speaker to it. I don't want to be waking people up with loud Long Yook noises. Anyway, a new package arrived today. Look at it. It arrived in a huge box. Just because of this, it's a lot of small items, and then this fucking huge tube of shift registers. They had to use an enormous box just because they wanted to use one enormous tube of shift registers. They could have like split this across a couple of tubes, but I just found this really funny. Anyway, does that mean that if I'd ordered more, they would have had to like ship an entire wardrobe-sized box because they can't just put it in 2 tubes? If I ordered like 10,000, would they have had to use one of those giant lorries that carries like single blades for wind generators? Anyway, they come in pints. Control W tubes. What? I know what tech. Welcome. Someone invent diagonal boxes. Diagonal boxes? They might actually have been able to fit it in like just a long box as well, true. But I guess they didn't have any. Anyway, some of those small items are what we're going to be testing out today. Look at these. I ordered 3 different types of speakers. Are they through-hole? They are, yeah. Those are for like breadboarding. I also ordered a bunch of op-amps. The like decent rail-to-rail ones, which I didn't have before. So hopefully I can actually make some little circuits and stuff. Anyway, look at this. We have these speakers are very small, by the way. I'm not quite sure if I should have put like a regular speaker, maybe a banana next to these for scale, but these are quite small. These are not like the 8-ohm half-watt speakers you might be familiar with for anyone who's messed around with electronics. These are very thin and they're much smaller as well, like in diameter. So there are 3 different ones. Look how tiny these are! For reference, these are like 1 centimeter wide in diameter or so. This is like, or maybe a bit less. These are so small. I don't understand. These look like they should be in earbuds. That's the size of them. If these live up to what the datasheet says they're able to do, I don't understand how. Yeah, how? Like, how is it physically possible that these would produce the same sound level as this, given the same power input and distance from the? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how they could be so small. I've never seen a speaker this small in my life. And then there's this one, the one in the middle, size-wise. So yeah, I'm going to be connecting each one of these in turn to the amplifier and just seeing how it sounds. That's one of the things I want to do today. We're going to test some speakers, see how they sound. Whoa!
Hey, you're 2 years down already.
Hey, 2 years down. Hi, Center. Wait. I can't pause the music. I have to get rid of Explorer to be able to pause the music. How ridiculous is that? 2 years? How have 2 years gone? That's insane. But welcome. Thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. That's insane. Thank you. I bow to thee. Long box for Long Yook? Yeah. Are they through hell? Yes. Sorry, I already answered that. Your handheld console when? Oh, this is gonna just be for the handheld pet thingy. For the pet Long Yook. This is gonna be. These are Game Boy sized. Or even smaller. Game Boy sized? Wait, what? That Lord of the Rings scene where Pippin asks about beer, they come in pints, but replace pint with tubes. I've not seen Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry. But yeah, they come in like a little plastic, they come in things that look like this. I'll find a photo, I don't have a photo of it specifically, but they come in like a tube that looks like this. This is gonna look like I'm drawing Among Us, I swear I'm not. They come in a tube that looks like this, because the chip then sits like this. And the legs go in each of these things like that, you see? And then those legs go on the other side. And there are these long plastic tubes in that sort of U shape. I swear I wasn't drawing Among Us. Let me see if I can find a picture. Chip tube. What do I even? What? Oh, right. Of course. That in America they're crisps, and it's just showing Pringles, right? Yeah, of course. Of course that would show up. Electronic. I don't know. Shift. Register. Are they called tubes? Oh, this is unfortunate because tubes are like Nixie tubes as well. What are they called? Are they called tubes? What's the word for that kind of packaging? Is it possible to get a photo? Microchip tube. No, they look like vials for injection. What the fuck? No. I'm gonna have to get a photo, aren't I? Let's get a photo. Tray? No, tray is a different one. Tray is what the microcontrollers came in that I have. Google is overburdened with the specificity of your search terms. Michael chip? But this type of insect is called the tooth spider. It's a what are you saying? What are you saying? It's not even a spider, it's a shift register. I was drawing the thing I ordered is a shift register. Anti-static shipping tube. Okay, that sounds a little bit more electronic and technical. Let's try that. Anti-static shipping. Is it actually anti-static? I didn't know that. Yeah! There you go! Okay. It'd be really useful if there was like a photo with chips in it. Ah, okay, that works. No, it doesn't actually. That's a terrible, terrible picture. Yeah, whatever, it's like this. Look! 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 It's an Amongi! And the chips go in them. Why is it not like showing anything in it though? It's so weird. Like, this is not a great... This is a terrible picture. This one might work. Yeah, it's not a great example because these are ones with... These are like surface mount. Wait, hang on. There was another one that I could... Oh wait, it's just this one. I can't believe there are no... Okay, that's the end. No, never mind, it's not the end. I can't believe there are no pictures of chips in these things. This is insane. What has happened to Google Image Search? Was it ever? I don't think Google Image Search was ever very good to us. Anyway, Pringles container. Yeah, that's not the one I meant. Shift my register. It's got 8 legs. No, it has 16. It has 8 on each side. I may have only drawn 4 due to laziness. Although the shift register has. You got censored column cell. What? One? I wonder what you were posting. A double spider. Anyway, okay, first of all, I actually want to check the code. Because, well, here's what I did. By the way, the code for drawing the snow, disgusting. An absolute mess. Absolute mess. My reverb button is getting a big workout today. It's linked to a better image of the tubes. Oh, okay. Let me allow it. And you gotta wait for a moment for this page to load. Okay, it's starting to load. It's not actually fully loaded. Okay, now it's fully loaded. Okay, I pressed the button. You should be able to post it now. I'm gonna calm down my music. That's an interesting domain. That domain belongs to Stack Exchange. Interesting. Let's have a look. I guess. Yeah. Okay, this one you can kind of see. I've never seen ones with these legs so close to each other. Maybe I'm just not realizing how big this is. Maybe this is like a really wide one. This does look like a wide chip, actually. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for thinking. Has little pencils on the stop and sliding out. Yeah, that works great until one person buys some. Then they have to cut the tube and they just tape that end of the tube shut. Sorry for posting random link. No worries. Sorry. Code may be a mess, but it just works. Yeah, eventually it does. So yeah, the rain's not too bad. The snow is bad. This one I don't think is bad. This one looks like a huge mess, and I haven't tested it yet. But it's got like a bunch of magic numbers in it. Magic looking numbers. But the thing, let's go through some. Here's the function that draws rain. Oh, I didn't comment this one very well. Oh well. But at least it's not long. So I discovered that ARM processors, the ARM Cortex M0 processor that is inside this. Hold on a second. Is this the right one? None of these are the right ones. One sec. Where is the datasheet for this CPU? This one? Is this the one I wanted? I think this is the one. Look. ROR. Rotate right. It has a rotate right instruction. With one of these instructions, you can shift the thing any position from 1 to 32. Wait, no, sorry. If rotate right is not constant, then it's not limited to 1 to 32. For these ones, ASR, LSL, and LS. IMM is the shift. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. For the anyway, the rotate right instruction takes this many cycles. Where is the actual thing? Row. Where's the normal table? There it is. Wait, is this the right? This is not the right fucking manual. Hold on. This one? Is this the one? There it is. There it is. 1. Count them. 1 cycle. So rotate right is like shifting right, but when the things get shifted out on the right, come back in on the left. And I was like, well, nice, but I want to rotate left. Why isn't there a rotate left instruction? And I looked up why there isn't a rotate left instruction. It's because you can just fucking do a rotate left by rotating right. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I didn't realize that at first, but if you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the byte with very small bits on this side and very large bits on this side. But anyway, if you have a value and you want it to be rotated to the left by 1, you can just rotate it to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to continue 6, 7, and then it'll appear there. It seems to take 3 parameters, 1 in, 1 out, 1 count. I guess so. Yeah, so you can just rotate by the width minus the number of things you want to rotate left by, and rotate right by that other number instead. Wow, this looks bluish cyan since I was staring at that orange. Anyway, so all it does is you have like a bitmap. This is basically just a column. Remember how the data is stored on the LCD? It's stored in columns, and it's stored like least significant bit is near the top, and most significant bit is down at the bottom of the column. So this is 3 on pixels at the top, and then 5 off pixels below. And basically we keep rotating this left, and we actually rotate it left by 2 on every frame. So first you have this. Why don't I just fucking use Sprite, man? Why do I mess around with paint so much? Come on. Actually, I'm pretty sure Sprite has basically a shifting function, like a rotating function as well, where it will shift back in from the bottom. So can I show the pixel grid as well? So here's that thing, 1, 2, 3, and I'm fairly sure that if you do this, it comes back in the bottom. Oh, wait. Do I have to... Is this like Photoshop? You have to make it not the background to be able to move it? How does this work? Why can't I drag it? What the fuck? Oh, it's because I drew on the background. Oh god, the fucking pain of not knowing how to use this program begins again. White. And also black. Can I move them, please? No, nope. What the fuck is this, man? What is going on? Black! Okay, we're doing red instead. This is not even a real red. This is a fake red. I swear I'm going to demonstrate this if it's the last thing I do. Okay, that's not how you do it. I know for a fact that there is a way of having it wrap. I don't know how to do it. Fuck. Can you like tell me what the things are going to appear? Pencil. What is it? Eraser. What is it? Tell me before I have to click on it. Eyedropper. Tell me! It's, is it this one? No. There is a way to do the thing that I want to do, and fuck knows how. I don't know how to do it. I've done it before by mistake. I don't know how to do it. Is it an option on here? It's bugging me now. I know this is possible, so I'm gonna search for it. Also, I'm really hot. I'm gonna turn on a second fan. 1 sec. Oh my god. This is already while basically not wearing anything. This is insane. Alright, how do we do this? A sprite, not a sprint. That looks like a C function name. Move and wrap. There's an option to wrap a selected area through its edges. It's located in Edit Shift. Okay, do I really have to go edit, shift, click, edit, shift, click, edit, shift, click? This is nonsense. Where's the option to do it normally? Well, apparently it's impossible, even though I've done it before. Let's just do it manually. So the first time, it looks like this. Then in the next frame, edit, shift, down, edit, shift, down. User experience! Then it looks like this. And then the next frame, edit, shift, down, edit, shift, down. It looks like this. And then after this one, it's edit, shift, down, edit, shift, down. And look, it's wrapped back and it just keeps on looping like this. And then eventually it gets back to this. Yeah, you could bind it, but I did it before binding it before. It just used to be possible to pan around. I fucking swear it happened just like automatically. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, so basically it does that. And at each column, it's also offsetting it by a small amount. By the way, this is just a function I made that does this. It just does 8 minus that. It does the thing I said. And I'm explicitly using this, which is apparently there is no rotate right thing in C, but there is in C++. So I call that function and just hope that the compiler is sane and actually compiles.
Edit. Shift. Down. You killed it.
Palette swap is Andy Warhol technique. Palette swap. C++ has that question mark? What's the operand? I don't think it has an operand. It's just in the std library as __ rotter apparently. But whatever. So I'm just counting on the compiler being sane in that it compiles the C++ rotate thingy into the rotate instruction for the CPU. I really hope. I did have a quick look at the compiler explorer as well, but it doesn't have the same compiler version as I'm using, but it did still, under some circumstances, use the rotor instruction. For the smaller data types, the ones that are not 32-bit, because it's 32-bit CPU, for the smaller ones, it has to add some extra instructions basically to, you know, make it work with things that are not 32-bit. XOR XX. What is that? XORing, is EAX a register? Are you flipping EAX with EAX? What happens if you XOR a number with itself? Do you get 0 or all zeros or all ones or something? The bits that are set will be flipped, and the bits that are not set will not be flipped. So you'll just get zeros, right? So it's a register to 0 quickly. Yeah, okay, interesting. Wait, quickly? Is there a... Wait, do you have to normally do it in a slower way? What an interesting way of doing it. How funny that that's a requirement, though. He demoed an Amiga and drew on it. He demoed an Amiga and drew on it for palette swapping. Okay. Hang on a second. I need to sort my hair out. It's going really well. One sec. I don't know what the hell is going on with my hair, but there are annoying little wisps of it that keep on coming around the front, and it's annoying. Look at me invisibly sorting my hair. This is weird. I have no hands. I have no hair. Well, I have plenty of hair, but it's staying still. My face is also not being tracked, which is actually kind of weird, but... Okay, there it is. Fast and manually loading the 0. Interesting. It's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's how that works. And yeah, for each column it shifts it by a different amount. Otherwise you just have all the rain going in perfect sync, and it didn't look terrible, it just looked a bit weird. And then it's also starting from a different column each time. That's what the wind offset is. Snow is worse looking. This entire thing is snow. I added more comments because I kind of needed to. You can tell that it's scuffed when a variable has to be odd for something to work. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. And then there's a draw Long Yook sliding thingy, which I changed from the function that I wrote in the last one to work in this state machine kind of way. First of all, she's moving left, and then there's a wait, and then the tail retracts, and there's a wait. That's basically it. had to make these defines rather than enums, rather than an enum. I originally made this an enum, but I wasn't able to increment the tail state like this. I couldn't just move it on by 1. Even if I put enum tail state colon U8, it still didn't let me do the plus, which is stupid. So fuck it. We'll just define each state. Cast in and out. You probably can, but that's messy. I don't like that. In the future, we'll have hair tracking down to the strand. Down to the strand? We'll have skin cracking. That's disgusting. We'll have skin tracking down to the paw. But like at that point, I guess if you want to make a perfect digi-double of someone, that is good. But you can mov if you really must. What if you just like to? What if you just like to mov it? Mov it.
9 months streamed. Frig. Sub baby.
FFM Frick. Tense! Welcome, thank you so much. It is the Twitch baby, the thing that I don't like saying, but I'm just flipping you said it and you reminded me about that. Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for the resub. 9 months streamed? I actually wonder how much I have streamed. Just like absolute constant, you know, end-to-end streams. Hi, welcome. Thank you for subscribing right after I made a stupid pun as well. Made me feel validated. And then we have this function, which is, this is a mess. I like it. I mean, it should work. I don't think it's as cursed as the snow one. It's a little bit messy because of what it needs to do, but it could probably be done better. But I also haven't tested it, so it might just also not be working at all. Okay, so here's what it needs to do. This needs to wait for a certain amount of time after drawing a frame, but there are 2 different cases that it needs to be able to handle. One of them is the CPU is clocked at a low speed and there's no voice playing. In that case, all it needs to do is go into this so-called stop mode, which is like a low power sleep where it turns off the main clock and everything for a while and just leaves a very low power clock tick going, which it uses just to wake itself up after a certain amount of time. And the delay is, well, the way it works is the low power time is running at roughly 37 kilohertz. I set the prescaler of the timer to 32. So if it's ticking 37,000 times a second and we divide its ticks by 32, so we're only paying attention to every 30-second tick, that's how many ticks per second there are. Which is as close to 1,000 as I can get. So it's not actually 1,000. So when you pass it in the milliseconds, it's not really milliseconds. The actual time is going to be a little bit less. But, you know. Thank you. I don't need to save the kidneys right now. But I will pause to check and I'll hydrate. Thank you, thank you. That's why I'm passing in a weird number. A weird looking number. Ah! Why? So that's the easy one to handle. Find out about the other one after the break. Extra long hydration there, Stu. I think it was like maybe 10 seconds long. Thank you for the pats, Ghost. Welcome in, Ghost, and welcome in, Shy. Thank you as well. Okay, I've stretched. I hope you're both doing okay. New personal record? Hell yeah! I don't know, try to go too long and just like end up choking on it though. The second possibility is that voice is speaking, but you couldn't guess that from the code. But yeah, what that means is the CPU is going to be running at higher speed, 4 megahertz instead of about 2.1. And it's like it's doing something. it's doing something in the background. We can't just turn off the CPU clock. Otherwise we're gonna fuck up the speech. So instead, what we do is I've added like a little this variable here. This increments by 1 every time a new load voice. What the hell? Load new frame. Every time it does one of these, it increments this by 1. And it gets reset to 0 when it starts speaking again. So what we do is we look at what it currently is, and we wait for 3 of them. We wait for it to increase by 3. So it originally was this.
I love to buzz glop. Look at that cat. Which one?
A cat?
Unos. Finf.
Unos?
Exclamation mark hick.
Have I hicked already? Have I? I'm not sure. Welcome, yes! Welcome, Giuliano! Hello! You're Ukraine. So yeah, the difference is like whatever it is right now minus this. By the way, this is volatile. This can update at any moment. This could update between this line and this line. Or this line and this line. Because at any moment the voice timer could interrupt and say, hey! New frame! Now! It's very impatient. Anyway, so if the frame is not 0, in other words, if any time has actually passed, and if it's divisible by 3, then that means the hang on, this is a really stupid way. This is left over from when I was doing it a different way. Let me change this. This is so stupid. Why am I doing it this way? This is so stupid. I swear that was written there for a reason, that way for a reason, but we can just do this now. I was doing it a different way before. I didn't have this before. Anyway, okay, there we are. So at the beginning it'll be 0, and then it'll be 1, and then it'll be 2, and then the moment it becomes 3, we've waited for 3 full frames. And if the voice is still speaking, then the reason we will have stopped is because we reached 3 frames. So we finished waiting. But if the voice is no longer speaking, then it might not be that we waited for 3 frames. By the way, look at this cat face. Look at this. It might be that the voice finished. We waited for a frame and then the voice finished and we had to break out the loop. Otherwise we'd be waiting infinitely for the voice to speak more. And so in that case, we look to see how long we've actually waited for. And if we've not waited for 3 frames fully, we wait for the time that the remaining frames would have taken. And we do that with the turning off the CPU for a moment thing. So in the end, we should wait roughly 3 frames worth. No matter whether we're speaking or not speaking. And I haven't tested this at all. So, hey, let's throw it onto the thing and see if it works, right? I did make sure that it all compiles. Good thing this cat doesn't have tics. I mean, vocal tics. They don't know. Many people have vocal tics they don't notice. You because vocal hicks. And I do have vocal hicks that I don't notice. I guess I do have tics. Sometimes it's not really a tic. I guess, is it? I don't know what you'd call it. There's the ADHD urge to just say nyan sometimes when in a voice call, and I don't know, my head is in a certain state sometimes. Sometimes the nyans per second that I need to speak goes up in some situations. I'm not sure what it is. Hell yeah, Hibiki. Tikma balls. The Weezin. Yeah, the Weezin. Exclamatic. Alright, I'm gonna grab... I got a spoiler, by the way. My oscilloscope's been on this entire time. I don't really know why it's a spoiler, but I'm going to use it now. Because I don't actually have a way of like testing the speech yet, other than connecting it to a speaker, I guess, which I should do, actually. Why am I not doing that? Sure, like, I guess let's do that, but first I want to measure stuff on the oscilloscope. I want to make sure, and like look at the LCD and make sure that it just keeps on updating and stuff. When I look at the oscilloscope, I'm going to do two things on the oscilloscope. One trace is going to show you the waveform of the audio. We just want to see that continuing to do things. And the second trace is going to show the what's it going to show? I guess it can show the data that's being, or the clock of the LCD data that we're sending, the serial data. So we should see like a burst of clock data. By the way, the data's going to send quicker when the voice is speaking because we're going to be clocking out at double the clock speed because the CPU is faster, so everything runs faster. But this LCD, I believe, is okay with up to 4 megahertz clock speed. We're going to be clocking in at 2M board. Wait, hang on, are we? Would it be 2M board or would it be 1M board? I can't remember if it's... Can't remember if the clock changes on every CPU clock cycle or if the clock changes on every other clock cycle. Whatever, it's double whatever the hell it is. You know what? It's gonna be on the oscilloscope. We can measure it. All right, I'm gonna stop distorting and clipping in the microphone right now and grab the probes. 1 sec. Grab my probes. It hurts so much. No cabbage. I was joking about those little parasites latch onto cats and tongues. Yeah, I do know. I can't remember if I addressed that message, but I did take it in. Sometimes when I'm reading a message, if I read a message twice by mistake, it's because I read it the first time, but I can't remember if I responded or not. And I didn't want to make it look like I'm ignoring it. So yeah. Hi, gentle persons, and cool cat. Hello. I wish I was cool temperature-wise. Hello. Hi, Hakun. Hi, Cinnamon Doctoral as well. Grab my poems. Quatma. Okay, I should probably be doing the audio testing stuff first, shouldn't I? Because that's like loud. Although right now there are not people here, but they'll probably be back by 10 PM, right? So I will still have to be quiet at 10 probably. Right now they're not here. Okay, one of these probes is going to go to the clock. Which one is the clock on this LCD? It's the 1, 2, 3, 4th pin from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's going to be pink. Slight spoiler. That's the, it's going to be the pink trace. Let me get the oscilloscope up. What the hell is my tracking doing? Sometimes when the tracking is coming back for a moment, it does really weird things. Oscilloscope should be on the screen right now, but it's not. Why is that? Ew. Oh wait, I've got it turned off there. We good? Not good. We in fact are not good. Let me just unplug the whole thing and plug it back in. I mean, just the Ethernet cable. Now are we good? Can we refresh? Hello, wakey wakey. There it is! Yay! It's awake now. And this is really hard to see. How do I make it not hard to see? How about we make it not hard to see? Oh, it's the blending mode, isn't it? Hold on. Blending mode. There we are. And we'll just do the opacity thingy. Why do I have an opacity filter on here which is doing nothing? Why? Oh, I guess it's left over. Is that okay? Is that transparent enough? Wait, what? 9.5. 9.5. Hello, 9.5. 9.2. Hopefully this will be easy enough to see. No reason to explain yourself. We have radio operators do it until it megahertz. No. Don't megahertz yourself. Alright, let's turn off this and turn off this and turn on this one. Okay, so here is the, did you see that? I coughed that trace into existence. So here is the pink trace. So let's turn off all this crap. Any measurements, any cursors. We will need measurements because I want to find out what the clock speed is. Out of curiosity. That wasn't the reason I was doing this originally. Okay, and the second probe is going to be yellow. The second trace is going to be yellow. There's the probe. And I need to remind myself what the DAC output pin is. What is the audio pin? Can't believe I don't have that. Oh wait, it's already stored in here. Is it in it pins? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. What the hell was I reading before? Oh, I guess I wasn't looking at Init DAC. Was I looking at the main test DAC or something? Anyway, PA4. Okay, why? Okay, path Long Yook. Bad path Long Yook. Why did you not write the pin number? And now I need to go looking it up. God damn it. Let's have a look. What is PA4 in real life? It's... Oh, that was in sync with the music pretty well. Thank you, You Seem Society. Welcome, welcome. DAC. There it is, PA4. And it is physical pin 20. Let's just call it number 20. Is that how I did it before? No, it's not how I did it at all. Okay, that's the name of the type of package of microcontroller that I'm currently using. I was using a different one before. Hello, Kitty. Hi! You are away? Grabbed coffee? Must have missed something. No Wheaton to explain yourself? Oh, I accidentally said Wheaton. Because it's a mix of me saying, like, reason and we or something. Like, I think my brain was planning two different sentences at the same time. You know how it is sometimes. It was kind of funny though. Hi, Enlin! Welcome, welcome! Wheezing. Wheezing. Wee. Wee. How's the Mlamlin doing? Okay, what was it? Pin 20, I've already forgotten. I just... Pin 20, pin 20, pin 20. 13, 14, pin 20. Yeah. Wait, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 20 is going to be in this one. Wait, what is this? What's this yellow pin here? I've got like a few pins ready to probe here, which is kind of interesting. Actually, when I first upload this, all it's going to do is draw things on the LCD because I haven't told it to speak. So it should only be doing the simple way of sleeping. It should be there. Where was it? Doing this. It should just be doing this. But, you know, best to test the simple case before we test this one, the complex case. Okay, I've got like 3 things ready to probe here. Like I've got coming out of the breakout board. I've just got like some wires attached that go to like a little socket, like it. But I don't have anything connected. In other words, I've got like a female to male, male to female, whichever way around, cable plugged into the breakout board, and the other end is the female end, which I can just stick the scope probe into. I don't remember what the hell's meant to be on that wire though. I have 2 sticking there, and neither of them are the voice. So I think one of them is the clock pin that has the microcontroller's, the CPU's clock on it. And I was measuring that just to test, you know, what speed is the CPU running at currently to make sure that it's changing between the 2 and the 4 megahertz currently. I don't know what the other one is though. I don't know what the other one... Oh, I think it's my debug pin, the one I can just pulse for anything, like for timing things. Like I can put a pulse high when some function's beginning and then low at the end, and I just measure how long it takes. Neither of those are the voice. So let me just grab a third wire. A third one. Do we have a unique color that I can choose? we have any? We got brown. It's a bit of an unpleasing color. The others are yellow and black though, so yeah, it is unique. Sure, let's use it. Beggars can't be choosers. Clunk, hello, welcome in. Hello. You're doing okay? Sitting down to do a little bit of programming while watching a cozy. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad you're being able to do some programming now, Lemon. Is it programming that's like the fun personal kind, or the you know, boring work kind, or the very elusive, legendary, fun work kind? I don't know which kind that is. I'm sorry, I read everything. I read all possibilities. You have the Clunk's doing right as well. I hope everyone's doing right. Okay, pin 20 is audio, wasn't it, right? So 17, 18, 19, 20, that means it's right here. Plug this wire in, we'll stick the probe in. Very confusingly, this is yellow on the probe, even though it's not the yellow wire. I don't have a brown color setting on the probe though, unless you can change the colors. I don't think you can. That'd be very interesting if you change the colors. Probably with custom firmware, you could just enter the RGB of what you want each trace to be. Wouldn't it be funny if there's a custom firmware that made the traces be like, you know, rainbow colored, the colors just changing, either over time or over position in the line. Let's waste that precious scope CPU time drawing fancy pretty colors. Anyways, turn on yellow. There it is. So yellow is going to be the audio waveform. Let's put that near the top, I guess, maybe somewhere around there. What's the range? Should be okay. And this one is the clock for the data that's going to the LCD. We don't need that to be so tall because it's only on or off. So we put that back down there. Okay. We shouldn't see anything on yellow because we're not going to be having voice playing, but we should see the purple one flashing. So let's put a trigger on the purple, which is channel 2. Rising. Hold off time. Oh, let's turn that off. And threshold is... yeah, sure. You have some help yourself? Wow. Soup and emblem. Soup. Oh, stew, sorry. Don't hack the script to add custom colors. It probably is a thing that's possible in custom firmware. I know custom firmware is available. If only the scope would send the actual raw data and let the web client do the rendering. I mean, it's like pure colors, and those colors are only used in places that are relevant to the channel. So you could just do a raw find and replace on every pixel that is pure magenta. Change that to whatever color you want. Like magenta is only used for that. Yellow is only used for that. I think. UI has its own colors. Anyway, I'm plugging this in. It's going to be running the old code, which is sending stuff off to the LCD. So we'll see how it's meant to look, because I know it's working where it was. Let's just reset. Okay, there it is. There is... So I guess the yellow one is floating. Zoom... Oh, I'm zooming the wrong way. There, okay, we're zooming way out. Okay, not that far out. That's a bit much. Okay, so here it is. The yellows, we're not meant to be seeing anything on the yellow, but I think that's because it's like floating and we're picking up like some interference or something. We shouldn't have any audio on there. Oh, wait, I haven't connected the ground of that probe. Right, that explains it. Hold on a second. I never connected the flipping ground. There we are. There we are. Put shaders on the oscilloscope. Good luck, Hakun. Good luck. Genuinely. Abusing your mod powers. Wait, what are you doing, Enlin? Okay, so yeah, look at that. We're getting nothing on the yellow, which is good. And on the magenta, that is the clock going out to the LCD. And we have... Is that right? Look at that. It's actually... Oh, wait, this is before I've uploaded the new code, right? Yeah, never mind. This is the old code. And yeah, so there's a 20 millisecond delay per horizontal division of the graph. So every vertical line, like this line here, if you can see my mouse behind it, and then this line here, between that and there, but this area here, this gap there is 20 milliseconds. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80 milliseconds, which I believe is what I hard-coded. I hard-coded like 80 or 85 or something. Anyway, let's upload the new code and see if we see pretty much the same thing. They probably will just be a little further apart. But let's see. Let's make sure I can even upload first. First upload of the day. Could fail. Wires come loose. Whoa! Medusa! Welcome, welcome! Hi, hi! Welcome, welcome. Hang on, it's uploading, it's uploading. Oh, never mind, it's speaking now. Okay, well, I guess I'm calling the wrong function. Look, it's there's stuff happening at the top and nothing on the bottom. Interesting. I am calling the wrong thing. Anyway, hi, welcome. How was stream, Medusa? Here comes the Pride Raid user. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wow. I love this. I love this emote. Nice. Very nice. Yuri Snacks. How'd it go? Let me shout you out. Let me see what you're up to. Medusa Skirt. Apparently I changed the function that I'm calling to be the audio one, not the LCD one. Pat pat. Oh god, I just put my hand through your eye, sorry. Can I pat the snakes? Am I allowed to? Do they bite? Pat pat. Improvising my way to the vibes you crave. Happy Disability Pride Month. Disability Pride Month? That's not a thing I've heard of. Interesting. Is that a thing? I didn't know anything about this. One of the reasons I started streaming was so I could have my own lesbian flag emote without having to be subscribed to someone else. That is a valid reason. That's a valid reason. By the way, there is one built into the Twitch chat though. Like there is a stock lesbian pride flag though. Maybe it wasn't when you started streaming though, I don't know. But nowadays there is a stock one of these. One of these! July is supposed to be Disability Pride Month, at least from what I've heard. Interesting. Interesting. You wanted one of your own? Fair enough. Fair enough. I hope it went well. How did stream go? Make sure you like take care of yourself and hydrate and everything. You're in the better one. Your avatar is already a cool one. Okay, let's call the LCD thing instead. Okay, I'm glad speech appears to still work even though we can't hear it. Like it's clearly doing something. We'll call this one again and we should just get the LCDs. The Long Yook sliding across the LCD. She's frozen. I can just tell you. She's stopped moving because, well, as you can see, nothing's being sent to it. And now there's the pink and she's sliding. Let's go to this view so we can see. And yeah, okay, they're a little slightly wider apart now. 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, just the tiniest bit. By the way, I'm not super caring if the speed is not super precisely the same frame rate between when it's speaking and not speaking, but I want it to be roughly the same. I don't want it to be like she's going slowly and then and she slides across super quickly. Oh my goodness! Welcome in, Ships! Hi, thank you for the raid!
Cheese.
Ah! Why? You're basically a music improv streamer trying to figure out your streaming schedule. Good luck, and thank you very much again, Medusa, for the raid. Ah!
Formaggio.
I'm not good enough at improvising to play music live like that.
Cheese.
Ah! I did some improv playing. Ah! In a commission recently. Oh my god.
Cheese.
See? Stop this. What's my streaming? What's my tracking thing? But that was recorded like by itself and also recorded at half the speed and then sped up and cleaned up on the piano roll editor. Anyway, welcome. How was your stream? Welcome. Can you stop throwing cheese at me though, please? Oh, thank you very much for the follow main crusader. Bishepsul? And it's already Ren. Why are these follow notifications not coming through? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize people followed. My follow notifications appear to be broken. I'll restart my streaming setup in a sec. But first of all, I'm gonna shout out Chefs. Almighty. Hey! Cheese. Why? So much cheese. Yeah, this is far too much cheese. Hi, Celestial. Python Twitchbot. Async Nightbed. No! Not the async! Pat. A streamer friend of mine, Alkaline, has an emote of a fish like swimming away scared, and she calls it async because async is scary. So async is synonymous with scared running away on her channel, which is kind of funny. Or swimming away, I guess I should say, because it's a fish. I just wanted to share all those cheese slices I got. You just gotta catch them all. A sink? A sink. What about a sink? Is that a skink? Wait, what is it? Skink? Is it like a skunk? Hey, welcome in. It's really Ren. Hi. Sorry, I keep on saying like W sounds instead of R sounds today. Earlier on I said a wheezin, and I was laughing about that for a while. But yeah, I hope the music went well, Medusa. Hope your async stuff wasn't too scary. Sheps. Main Crusader Bishops. Shep says that microwave tea is better than kettle brewed tea. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I used to think that people were angry, you know, internet outraged. This is probably the same kind of outrage as people who can't stand Comic Sans. But I used to think that they were angry because people would like put like water in, like cold water, and then tea, and like a tea bag, and then milk, and then put the whole thing into the microwave. Apparently that's not even what the American people that I've heard people getting annoyed about do. They literally just use the microwave to heat the water. They just put like a mug or something of water in the microwave and heat it. Why are people getting raging about that, man? It's fucking boiled water. I mean, make sure it boils. Like what I'd worry about doing it that way is superheating the water though. Like it can be dangerous if you superheat it. Meaning like if the cup is like super clean and smooth and you boil it, there can be nowhere for like tiny bubbles to start forming, and it can get to above 100 degrees without it boiling. And then the second it's disturbed, when you like take it out, it can suddenly just go like and boil over, and then you have literally boiling water over your skin. So like, please don't do that to yourself, please. Like when you drop a spoon in or something, that can give like a, what's it called? What's it called? Citation? No, not a citation point. What's the word? I can't think of the word. No, not excitation either. I can't think of the word. No, it's like a point for things to start forming. Maybe it is citation. I don't know. I had a big bubble blister once from spilled coffee in my thumb. Ah! Well, I'm glad you know about it now, Sea of Tranquility, so that you won't let it happen. It says that Yukia is British in the title, so you should ask her where she places on the T chart. Where she places on the T... Wait, where I place what on the T chart? You feel like these things skinks, they're just tiny little lizards. Maybe. Another friend streamer, Doohoo, has like posted videos of... That might be why my camera wasn't seeing me much. I've been bumping my desk so much my camera was falling down. Doohoo has shared photos of lizards that he's seen. Makes tea by adding a tea bag to milk and then puts it in the microwave. No! Is that what Sheps does? I mean, that can actually have problems. Firstly, I would never recommend putting milk in a container in the microwave, because when milk boils, that shit's violent and extremely messy. That like frothes over into like a huge mess, so I wouldn't recommend that. But I'll let that async in. Oh no. just wanted to share all these cheese slices I got. You just gotta catch them. I cannot catch the cheese slices, I'm sorry, C. I'm slowly catching up on messages as I'm scrolling backwards. This was a double raid. It was a double raid indeed. Medusa came in just before you. A shit show? Well, I don't know why you're saying that. It's really Ren. Maybe I said something that you misheard, or I don't know. Do you want links? I can send a T-chart if you want to see it. Sure. Let me just make it so that you can. Hold on, it'll be blocked right now. But now you should be able to do it. You should be able to post a link now. Boil an egg in the microwave. It's fun. Oh my god, this reminds me of the video by StyroPyro, the so-called macrowave, where he built a 20,000 watt microwave. That was kind of cool. Let's have a look. I'm off to watch an episode of anime and eat ice cream. That sounds very enjoyable. Bye bye, Hakun. I feel like I missed some of your messages. I'm sorry for missing them. Okay, I'm clicking the link. 20,000, yeah. He reused like the body of a microwave and got an alternative magnetron, the thing that makes the microwaves. And then powered it from like a small electrical distribution transformer to get the voltage up enough. I think it was to get the voltage up enough. Or was it that it was run from a high voltage and then he used the transformer to step it down to a lower voltage at a higher current? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying enough attention, I think. Okay, right, I see what it is. But for a start, these look like different teas. Oh, I guess it's without milk, right? The ones that look more red. I personally don't like super strong tea. I would call anything like from this diagonal line onwards very strong tea. It's what we over here would call like a builder's tea. I think that was the slang for it, because like the stereotype is that they just leave the tea bag in and then it just gets extremely strong and it ends up looking like that. I would personally I'd say maybe I feel like I'm somewhere along these. Along this axis, maybe. And if need be, I can be a little darker if really need be, but... Also, sometimes I just don't have milk. Sometimes. I was shocked when I realized this doesn't actually make a big difference to the taste. I really thought it would. It doesn't make that much of a difference. It's not that much of a difference. If anything, it just tastes a bit like pure and like less heavy, I guess. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like thinner, like cleaner. I don't know how to explain it. But something I'm often not in the mood for. Usually I have milk. It's a habit. But when I don't have milk, I guess the color is more like... Because like stuff down here doesn't have milk, right? You can't get like this color if you have milk in, surely. So I would guess it's somewhere around here? Also, some things just remind me of like how red bush tea looks, which you don't make with milk. Then it does just look like this. But like, that's just how you're meant to make it, kind of. Anyway, there you go. I don't know. I was not expecting to be going into details about teas today. The milk stops the weird gritty texture. There shouldn't be a gritty texture in your tea. Unless you're making it from like, I guess from tea leaves? Like loose tea leaves and they're not strained? Really? There shouldn't be a gritty texture though. It's like smooth without the milk for me. Sometimes the leaves escape the bag. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't understand how milk would solve that though. It's not like it dissolves then. Hi R1137, welcome. You joined right while I was looking at
Sup, little goober? Hope you've been well. Fun fact, you just lost the game.
Did I? What if I'm not playing it? Like the maker of a game can say that people are always playing it, but what if I'm not? You can't just force everyone to play your game. That's not how it works. Okay. Enough of that. Why? Oh, and then you pinned the shaders on the oscilloscope. Oh my god! Thank you for the enormous sliding Long Yook lane. Hi, Lane. Oh my god, I've completely missed you. Hi, welcome, welcome. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was just looking at this graph linked by It's Already Ren. Okay, I'm slowly trying to catch up. Please don't misuse your science ovens, people. I shall not build a 20 kilowatt microwave in my home. Good. Thank you for the hydration essential. Alright, hang on, let me restart my streaming setup. I don't know if those redeems came through. Did they? They might have, and I was just completely missing them. But I was also missing, or not seeing, the follow notification. So let me just restart. Let me just vanish into the ether for 1 sec. I always forget that I freeze now rather than disappearing immediately. I have to hold back on my pop. I'm back. Hi!
Events are meowing.
Shush. Maybe follow notifications work now. We'll have to wait and see. It's the amount of milk on the Y and steep time on the X. Ah, okay. So yeah, the ones down there already were no milk. Steep time. I'm just gonna come out and say this. This is, I strongly believe that steep time is a scam. Let me elaborate on what I mean by that. You can put a tea bag into water. I'm gonna have to show this on stream sometime. I'm actually gonna have to do this. I'll have to do a stream with my webcam, like live with the webcam with 2 different cups, a freshly boiled kettle. Yes, let's bring the kettle in my room and make my room even hotter, more humid as well. Anyway, and 2 tea bags. And yeah, so anyway, what you can do is you can put the tea bag into hot water, right? And you can wait a long time. And yeah, sure, the water is gonna like diffuse, or the tea is gonna diffuse into the water, and yeah, it's gonna slowly get stronger. But what if I told you? What if I told you you don't have to wait? What if I told you you can be impatient like me and just poke and prod and agitate the bag, not with like the sharp edge of the spoon, or you're just gonna tear the damn thing, but just like with the flat back edge of the spoon, and like in the space of like less than 10 seconds, you can have tea of the strength that you want. Exactly, Shebs. You show the yeah. Oh, never mind. The kappa came from someone else actually. I thought you were sending a kappa for that, as if it's like a joke, but it's actually, yeah. So because I'm impatient. I know. Please don't fall off your seats. I know that's a shocker for the revelation that I'm impatient. I know, but because I'm impatient, I just poke and prod it for a while, and like the color is what determines or the color is a symptom of how strong it is, right? So when people say like, how long do you want it to steep for? I'm like, no, go by the color. I don't know how long it would take if I were to be not impatient. What's the opposite of impatient? Patient and wait. No, I want to drink now. We got fast boiling kettles in this country, and I can have the tea provided, sorted quickly as well if I poke it. There we are. I'm probably not a great example. Anyway, why is duty cycle on this clock so unbalanced? Let me zoom in. I'll explain what we're looking at. Just came in from work. Welcome, Chixie. Hi. Have one of the greatest quick food of all time, Indomie? I don't know what that is. So if we derailed your stream. Hey, my stream is usually a massive derailment, don't worry about it. But I do have to get this stuff tested like within a short amount of time, I guess, otherwise I'm gonna have to be quiet. And we won't be able to test the speakers today Unless we're talking about Sencha, Bancha, Genmaicha, or Jasmine, in which case your sleep time matters a lot and you can't rush it. I don't know those teas. Yeah, no apologies for derailing. This has been a fun talk. I can't believe in like the 3 years I've been streaming, I've never done a little mini rant about tea. Rant has a pretty negative connotation. I don't think this is a toxic conversation. Put tea into those ultrasonic cleaners. Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting indeed. Probably wouldn't be too great for the ultrasonic cleaner. Like all the little minerals and stuff. Whatever the hell it is. But your tea steeps for an hour. Then you have to put it into the microwave again to warm it up. I actually don't know about the water tasting weird. I'm pretty sure that the reason that people think that the water in the microwave tastes weird, if they do that, is possibly because when you put it in the microwave, the ceramic of the cup might heat up more. I don't know if it would actually, because there's not going to be water in the ceramic, is there? Only the stuff that's actually... Only the water's going to heat up, right? And then the cup heats up through... convection? But maybe they smell the hotness of the ceramic. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, and they think that the taste of the thing has changed. It's easier to let the tea steep for an hour than to stir for 10 minutes. 10 minutes? Like 10 seconds! 10 minutes? Holy crap! It's gonna be like black, even if you put milk in, if you're doing it for 10 minutes. Sheesh. Also, your wrist's gonna hurt. Water that you heat up in the microwave has less iron in it. Well? Is this because iron is imparted into it by the kettle? I assume you didn't consume much instant noodles if you haven't heard of Indomie. I don't have that many, no. I certainly haven't had many different types. It also might just be that it's not sold in this country, unless you're in this country, and then it's probably sold in this country, if you got it from this country. Thank you for tea, Yook Talk, you're welcome! And this has been a tea break. Put tea in a blender. Okay, you're gonna be eating not only the tea leaves, but the shredded tea bag itself. It's gonna be like a thick soup. I don't even know if that's like... Okay. Anyway. I don't want to try that. I have a blender, but I don't want to try it. I have the power to try it, but I'm not sure if I want to. Anyway. Okay, so someone... Oh wait, I haven't even hydrated. I got it out because someone used the hydration routine. By the way, thank you for the follow. It's really rain as well. I'm not sure if I thanked you because... I'm not sure if I saw it because I... something. How do I English? Thank you, Emmons, as well, for the follow. Looks like my follow notifications are completely broken. Yay! Man. Am I gonna have to manually do that through Event Sub as well? Because right now I'm using the Twitch lib thingy, but I guess I might as well do it through Event Sub as well because it's not working anymore. Speaking of which, I'm having tea right now with the tea bag still in there. Interesting. You took the tea bag out about 3 hours in. Are you serious? Matcha powder is actually blended tea bags. I don't know how to interpret what I'm reading in chat for now, so let's move back onto this. Hello, hi, I should introduce myself. Hi! I'm holding a bottle for some reason. I'm a weird... Oh, pasta check as well. Yeah. There we are. Hello, hi. I'm a weird cat. And right now I'm working on a project. Here's the information about the project. I love being able to do that now. For anyone who's interested, here's the microcontroller I'm using. Matcha powder is not blended tea bags. Okay. Anyway, right, we're zooming in, and right now I'm just looking at live view from this oscilloscope of the clock data that's being sent to the sorry, I'm controlling an LCD right now. The LCD is showing the LCD is showing this right now. No, it's not. It's showing this right now. Sorry for the potato quality. And yeah, so I'm sending it as these frames as like as serial data. Oh my god, I need to exit OBS instead of the player. And what we're monitoring right here is the clock of the serial data. There's actually like a little gap every now and then. Ah. Actually, I'm not sure why that is. I wonder if that's when it has to take a small... The DMA has to stop for a moment to allow the access to something, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, hang on a second, I have to give pats. Hold on. Pat. Pats for the R1137. I'm putting this on r/lies. There's a Reddit just for lies? For lies? Wait, hold on a second. Did I make a scope command? Shit, I didn't. Okay, let me add that as a command because several people have asked that as well. It is a segment. Is it this one? It is this one. It is. Well, I guess I might as well show it on the screen now, but I'm also going to add it as a command so that people can see it and get a link. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag a sponsor would be pretty cool. Alright, it's going to be called scope and it's going to link to. It's going to say the oscilloscope I'm using is a segment SDS1104X-E. And there's the link. And it looks like this. Ta-da! Look at the price. This is insanely good for an oscilloscope of this kind. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, I got it because this price seemed almost, yeah, not too good to be true. I mean, I guess it does a little bit, but after seeing reviews, it seems it actually works. So anyway, it does work. There you go. Electroboom has Sigland as a sponsor? I thought he had that expensive company that I forget the name of that also makes scopes. Keysight. Yeah, it's a crazy good price for an oscilloscope. Oh, there are also cheaper ones though that are just like tiny little handheld things, which I mean they give you an insight into what's going on in a way that you just wouldn't have without them. So even still, just like a very simple one-channel oscilloscope that can't even go to a super high like a sample rate is still would still be valuable. So yeah, and I think that you can get those for like closer to $50 or something. So yeah, but I've been wanting an oscilloscope for like years and years, like so many times where I've been doing a thing and I've just been like, man, imagine if I had a scope. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm trying to make a circuit, it doesn't work. All I can do is measure the voltage. I know that's what an oscilloscope does, but it measures the voltage like, you know, millions of times a second. But all I can do is measure the voltage with my little voltmeter, multimeter thingy. If only I had a scope, I could like get some insight into what's going on, but yeah, it's so nice to be able to now. It doesn't mean I understand everything, but I understand more things now at least. Anyway, so yeah, this is the clock that's being sent out to the, if I do this, it can be stable, which is being sent out to the LCD. And the yellow trace is the audio. there's nothing right now. So what I'm going to do is here, where we're doing the test LCD thingy, and it's just going into this loop currently. I'm going to say at the very beginning, if voice.speaking is speaking, yeah. No, actually, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to make it do it once at the very beginning. I'm just going to say voice, actually, no, I will do it in here. Screw it, I will do it in here. Actually, I'll do it right here. Sorry. If the voice dot is speaking, so actually if the voice is not speaking, then we want to start it speaking. So we'll say voice dot say, and then the address, what did I make the address of the speech data be? SPUK, sure. Which looks a little bit like spook, but anyway. It's going to start speaking. Before we do that, we also want to set the CPU speed high, and we also want to initialize the DAC. Eventually I want to make the voice class initialize the DAC itself and then de-initialize it afterwards. But right now I'm just manually initializing it at the start and keeping it on to save power, and we could turn it off though when we're done. So I will do that eventually. But I'm just wanting to make sure that the delay here works while the voice is speaking. So if it's not speaking, speak. And we also say, how do you just set CPU speed to CPU speed high? This is like a little function that I made for stepping through the CPU speeds, like one at a time. So we'll be able to go from low to high. Because we can't jump straight from a very low speed to a very high speed. We have to go up in stages because this thing... Whoa! Oh my. How spooky. This thing is not able to handle jumping by more than 4 times the CPU speed, up or down. So, yeah. But all that point is kind of moot because we only have mid and high CPU speeds. I'm not even need to use a low CPU speed. I was considering doing it. Living the dream, kind of a little bit, just regarding the LCD. A logic analyzer for like $11. A logic analyzer is like a digital oscilloscope. If you're only analyzing digital things like this, and you know the circuit's working fine, then like the clarity of the signals is okay. Then you, then you can use a logic analyzer. But if you're wanting to see, you know, how the voltage is actually changing over time and maybe becoming like being like why a signal is not super clear or something, or seeing that a signal is seeing whether it's even clear or not, and seeing analog things, then you can easily do that with a logic analyzer. I guess you could like repeatedly do it with thresholds set differently with like an op amp, but offsetting it. Blubbers. Scary Yuka might be one of the best redeems on Ultra. Really? High tension again. High tension. Curiosity killed a cat. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? I consider these standard kits for AC and DC analysis. On your desk is a function generator? I don't have one of those. Oscilloscope, programmable DC supply. I don't have one of those. That'd be quite useful, actually. That would be quite useful. Variac. I don't think I need that for what I'm doing most of the time. Or an isolation transformer. Isolated probes, differential probes would be very nice, but like I don't think I need a variac because I'm not using AC power much, or like at all. You can use an O-scope to measure the skew of your op amps. True! True. I could. We could see if the datasheet is, you know, if they live up to the datasheet. Also, I should be doing exactly that with the speakers, and I've only got like 1.5 hours to do it, so let's just quickly test this, see if it works. Upload. I'm sure it's going to work perfectly, and I won't have to test it again. And fix it. Okay, so this should make the voice start speaking, and so we should see yellow, the yellow line doing stuff, and ideally we'll also see the pink line doing similar things. Wow, look at that! Oh my god, it's actually working. You can see the delay is actually slightly shorter now. But wow, look at that. Okay, so the reason why I'm super happy about what's happening right now is because speech is coming out, the audio is coming out of the yellow one, and there's still a delay between each frame of the LCD. I'm seeing it. It looks super smooth. So yeah, this is like fake multi-threading now, I guess you could say. I mean, it's not multi-threading the slightest, it's just interrupts. This is the power of interrupts. But yeah, it's measuring 3 frames. What's happening to my tracking? 3 frames of audio speech. The way the audio works is with speech. You can see it's like not super consistent in the timing. Like occasionally there's like the delay is slightly longer on one of them. That's fine. I said I don't care if it's like not super consistent. I think it looks smooth on the display. I'm certainly not noticing it getting like changing much. Because if it the way it changes is only going to be that it waits for 2 instead of 3 frames, or 3 or 4 instead of 3 frames. It's not like what you'd see in a video if you suddenly skipped a frame, where you'd be waiting for 0 frames basically, or if you double a frame, where it'd be waiting for 6 frames basically. Is resync enabled? I guess this is like async, but not in a bad way. It's like audio sync. It's synced to the audio. Anyway, it seems to be working. By the way, I'm not sure if the audio is working, right? I'm not seeing little gaps in the yellow lines. How about we like zoom in? Yeah, the yellow lines, the yellow line just looks kind of the same. Like I'm not seeing a gap in the yellow line where we're sending the LCD stuff, or immediately before sending because where you're seeing this pink line here is when we're sending the data to the LCD. But in the time leading up to that, we've had to draw like a bunch of stuff to the canvas. So actually, like in all this area to the left of this pink thing, we're also doing things. And then every 8,000th of a second, we're outputting a new value on the yellow thing. So if we freeze this for a second, what's happening here is, if we zoom in, this is actually really cool. But if we zoom in time-wise, and we scroll over a bit. So during this period here, we can actually zoom in way in. And then we could also zoom in on the vertical axis as well, I guess. It's just gonna look a bit weird. Get in here. Let me just take another capture. Bloop. Okay. So, basically, can you see the mouse pointer behind the scope? Basically, throughout, while this value is being held at this, while the output, the analog output, the DAC, the yellow line is being held at this value, we're like doing some instructions to set some pixels on the screen. And then suddenly right here, it's like, hey, probably a little bit beforehand, like maybe around here, it's like the voice class, an interrupt actually kicks in, and then the interrupt calls a function in the voice class that says, hey, you need to calculate a new position for this yellow line in the next sample of audio. And it does it, and then like blah, 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 a little bit of time passes, and then bam, it outputs a new frame. And then as soon as it's done that, as soon as this yellow line changes, we go back to drawing some, the main code resumes. And thank you for the pass center. And it like, we're calculating a few more pixels, and then somewhere around here it's like, bam, hey, an 8,000th of a second has passed. New sample now. We need it if you're to keep making audio cleanly, and it makes a new one, outputs the next position, then it's like continues working on a few pixels. It's so cool to think that that's like what's happening, but it's super on a super small time scale. And then once we've finished calculating all the pixels, if I can just get a nice capture, I want like somewhere around here. But once we start transmitting, the DMA, this is just like a thing that happens in the background, is transmitting stuff. So DMA is like a way that you can, it's like dedicated hardware that just copies memory from one location to another.
Cheese.
And the way, the place it's copying from, it's from the canvas, like the array that is just all of the pixels for the LCD. And
Cheese.
Why? And then it's copying it to like a special register that is gets clocked out to the LCD. Thank you, Aston, thank you. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And that just happens in the background. The CPU is not doing anything for that. So at this point, where you're seeing all the action happening, that's actually less stress. Like there's less, the CPU is doing less stuff. It's probably mostly just sitting in a tight loop, waiting for 3 frames. For this to have changed 3 times. Oh, sorry, no, not for the position to have changed 3 times. For a new audio frame to have loaded. And 1 frame is 200 samples, actually, so quite a long time passes. Anyway, I want to connect an amplifier up and see, or hear rather, what's going on. Hopefully it is working, and yeah, that way we can also test what the speakers sound like. So let's finally do it. What is this? Why is this? What's it triggering on? Why is it like sliding along? Why does it look like that? Oh, wait, no. Why does it look like that? It's because I need some hold off. It is, okay. What the hell was going on there? Cento, thank you for the posture check and the hydration and the pads. Let me hydrate now. I actually think I need to save the kidneys as well, so I might do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Mouse pointers are okay, nice. Async. Like real multi-threading? Does it work that way? Is there like a dedicated interrupt for like changing threads? Or changing the which thread is executing on an operating system? I guess it kind of is interrupts at some point, right? Because it's going to be using interrupts for like timing at some level. Otherwise, they would just have to be maxing out the CPU and counting clock cycles. So yeah, it's probably is sometime. It probably waits for like a so many ticks of like a clock, and then it's like, all right, you've had, I don't know, 100 ticks of time. Give OBS a turn or whatever it is wanting to use it. Implying that OBS is only one process or thread. Think of the hydration and the pads and the posture check. You have eaten so much. You have eaten, so must get back to the grind. Not eaten so much. All right, bye, Pragmatic. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye. Okay, so it was Pragmatic who threw the cheese as well. How dare you? And Tension and Calm Still and Mean Crusader. The cheese looks so good on you. It does not. It doesn't. It doesn't belong on me. Okay, I'm going to go and save the kidneys, and when I get back, we're going to try out the different speakers. We've still got like an hour where I can make sounds, so yeah. We'll see what they sound like. I have a little plan to mimic the cavity that they'll be in. Like they'll be in a like a plastic thing, right? There's going to be like a physical plastic Tamagotchi. Obviously, it's going to be physical. Why would I be using a speaker for something that's only a program? Thank you for the past tense. Don't fall in. I'll do my best and then. Ah!
Oost.
Hi, Belle. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna like get a little box, like an old thing, a box that a thing arrived in, and then punch like a few little holes in it, and then put the speaker behind it. So so that it's inside the box. So that the speaker, that should make it help it sound a little bit better than if the speaker were just outside floating.
Well, Belgium, I just said that I was going to go and save the kidneys. So allow me to show off just how evil I am by going to save the kidneys right now. Even though you spent your friends. Thank you, Spencer. I'm doing it. I'll be right back. Hang on. One. Look, come back. What's going on? I'm turning things off. Let me see when Twitch wants to run ads. Watch how long it takes to load. This is great. This is amazing. My evil redeem is gonna fall off before this page loads.
It's still going. It's loaded this text now. Ah, there it is. It wants to run ads in 53 minutes. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to not run ads now, and I will just go and save the kidneys. All right, and the evil redeem's worn off. I think Twitch was just trying to let the redeem wear off so that I wouldn't be scamming you. Okay, I'll be right back. Pew. Oh, it's in tune. I have returned. Hi, I'm back. Ah!
Cheese.
How dare you? What does that say, by the way? I'm just seeing like flashing color. Oh, piss! That is impossible to read when it's small for me. Nice Peggy emote. Holy crap, it's so nice and cool outside my room, but it's not in here. It's actually somehow not over 30 degrees though. It feels really hot. I'm gonna drink again though. Welcome back, thank you! Hopefully your microwaved cuppa is delicious. Nah, haven't got any tea or coffee. It'd be so much slower to put it in the microwave than in the kettle. Like it's a 900 watt microwave. But it's a 3200 watt kettle, so. Anyway, I think it's 3200. It might be 2400. It might not be a full 13 amps. It might be a bit less. Anyway. It's certainly over double. That is 13 amps, right? Am I crazy? 13 amps times 240. Yeah, well, close enough. Oh, you can't see anything. Anyway, right, speakers. Let's first of all, let's just connect up the amp, the little amp board from before, and yeah, this one, which I used on the previous stream. And currently it has this a little plastic speaker that I pulled out of some old toy many years ago. Oh, which doesn't sound great, unfortunately. You know what? How am I gonna hold the speaker in place? I guess I need some tape or something. Or something sticky. Or yeah, like maybe blue tack or something. I guess I could just hold the damn thing. I think I'll just hold it with my hands. I won't put it in. Will I put it inside a box? Will I put holes in this box? Maybe I will put holes in the box. Just taking out what is originally in the box. I need to poke holes. What better thing to poke holes than a tiny screwdriver? Here's a tiny screwdriver. Ah, I dropped it. There's a tiny screwdriver. Okay. I'm gonna poke a few holes. This is like the speaker grill. This will eventually be the speaker grill. Why can't I poke a hole? What the there it is. This is just step. This is not a great screwdriver for poking holes. Let me try a different one. Man. Get back in there. Maybe this one's better. This one has a pointier tip. It's almost like it's not designed to poke holes. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I just stabbed a... I just stabbed a kind of a big hole, but whatever. 1, 2... 3... How many holes do we need? I mean, like, how many can I even put in, like... The speakers are small and I can't really get the holes much quicker. Okay, I made 4 holes. Maybe eventually I'll be able to 3D print something. But I don't have a 3D printer. It's, not really shameless. I still feel shame doing it, but just shameful rather than shameless self-promo. I do now finally have a 3D printer on the throne. Someone suggested I added it, so I did. But yeah, it's I don't expect any single person to buy the entire thing, but at least it's finally on there. I'm using the goddamn throne account. I often don't. I usually don't. Because everything that I want to put on there is expensive, and then I feel bad for putting anything on there, so I just don't put anything on there, but something's on there now, finally. Anyway, alright, I've put some dots in the thingy, so we're going to, you know what, I'm gonna put the little black, and I don't know why I said black, it is black, but plastic is what I meant to say, speaker inside there. I guess I'll just try and hold it in place with my finger. But not right now. Let me connect the power to this thing. Let me disconnect the USB cable. It is out now, but you can still see the oscilloscope. It's just on normal trigger mode. Let's put it to auto. Auto trigger mode is like normal, but if it doesn't have a trigger within a certain amount of time, it automatically re-triggers, updates. Alright, how does this work? This is power. One of these is ground, or A minus, minus for the audio signal. Okay. Minus, we'll put you there, and plus... I'm gonna move the... Sorry, I'm doing this like... My head's down in my desk right now. There we are. I'm also going to take the probes off from the oscilloscope because, man, this is getting really crowded with stuff here. And let's just put these somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to turn off the scope as well because, you know, it's another warm thing keeping my room temperature up. Whoa! this? Stinky Shinigami ready to give us your soul. Oh no, not the stinky Shinigami, no! Welcome. Hello, hi. Have a photo of some speakers, because you're about to be listening to them. How's your stream use? Welcome Akakaze as well. Welcome Undead Ice More, I guess? And X. And Fred, welcome back. How was your stream use? Exclamation mark, shout out, Yuri Shaw. God, I love the fact that I can now do this and give headpads to this cutie. 3 hours. What were you up to? Repo! Yui, we need to play Repo sometime. We need to finally play Repo sometime. We gotta do it. How was it? Wait, hang on. It just said that you're doing art, so it might have pulled the title from a previous stream, actually. Was it art? Was it Repo? I hope you had fun anyway. And regardless, we do still need to play Repo sometime. Sometime this week. Let's do it. If you're okay with that. Am I using the speaker on the bottom? I'm going to use all three, not all at the same time. The one I'm currently using is none of these. I should get a photo of the one I'm currently using. Yeah, welcome in. Hi. How are you doing? It was art? Okay. Thank yous? Hell yeah. Look at this. Look at this terrifying evil Shinigami that's purring. Or should I say stinky Shinigami? But hi. Oh, by the way, do you have art tags? Hold on, Yui, do you have art tags? Yui, why are you not a VIP? That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. You should now be able to post the art tags, which I demand immediately. If you have any. No pressure. You're the great unclean one, Shinigami. Go and shower. Okay, hold on. Let me get a photo of what we're currently using. Where's my phone, actually? Hold on. Oh, right, it's on charge because the battery is messed up just due to age. Alright, let's take a photo. I guess I've got to take a photo of the back of it for fairness, huh? Because all the other speakers have been taken from the back. Sounds a bit weird, actually, but... Oh, there's a resistor stuck to the magnet on the back. I didn't know. Okay. Alright, and photo's been taken. Now let me just upload it through Discord. The VIP stands for very important QT. The P is silent though. Is it? That means you're not forcing hard enough. I'm joking. It's a toilet joke. Okay, I'm saving it. Get out of here. Discord, you'll like it. Ooh. Is it Twitch safe? I said as I open up Discord on my phone, it goes to Nova's NSFW media share channel immediately. Oh no, it's my own NSFW media share channel. Anyway, I'm gonna drop this into the stream chat channel. Which just makes it look like I'm ignoring Attention Span's message where they're posting tea photos. Wow. You know what? That deserves a Yukiev whoa emote rather than just a thumbs up. I won't show it on stream, but if you're interested, feel free to join the Discord, which is on !socials. Anyway, I'm just opening this picture in there with no context. Oh, actually you're already in there, so don't worry. It's in my DMs. Oh, okay. Is it okay to show it on stream? I prefer the email to self method over Discord to self. I used to do that as well. But now I'm always on Discord, so... You're drawing on stream. Oh yeah, true, right. Okay. Let's have a look. Ooh! It's Yuisha and Balmy Brook. Look at this. Look at this. Look at... Hang on. I've got... Oh wait, it's the wrong window. There's the correct window. There's nothing on it yet. There's about to be something on it. Look at this! Yumi's drawing this! I cannot advocate enough, or not advocate, I cannot welcome enough more people drawing Yuri art. So nice. Oh, look at this, look at the eye. I'm a sucker for weird irises. All the irises here, to be honest, are the normal shape. It's just a heart inside the pupil, but I don't know why hearts and eyes are so nice. Nice work. Thank you for the art tags. Looking very respectfully and irrespectfully. You is not looking respectfully there. This is me looking respectfully. It is. That is kind of gay, isn't it? It's kind of nice. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.
Cheese.
Ah! Hi, cabbage. Why am I doing? Yeah, right. Well, now I can't get close to the camera. But yeah. Hi, juiciest pineapple as well. I might have said hi already. I'm having a really bad time remembering who I've said hi to and what I've even said. Let me just... But yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, I'm trying to build like a little electronic pet thing that's gonna have a Long Yook on it. Imagine a Tamagotchi, but like maybe dare I say cuter, and with some audio. And I'm just about to test out different speakers, and the current speaker, right? Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show the little speaker that I'm currently using. Which is not what I'm going to use in the final thing, but it's just what I have connected this very second. I'm about to connect some different ones. Because I ordered some speakers, and here they are. Look, ta-da! I can finally show them. These ones are actually quite small. These are like I said earlier, these are actually, yeah, smaller than people who might recognize little 8-ohm half-amp speakers might think they are. These are like very flat, and they're, I don't know, maybe... I'm not sure. I'll get them out and I'll take a photo next to the other ones, I guess. Then you have these, which are smaller, and then these, which are just stupidly small. This is like earbud size, and I don't understand how the datasheet says that they're going to be as loud at the same power level and distance from them as the others are. But we'll find out! Right in a moment. Right in a moment. Anyway, here's the one that's currently connected. This little black plastic one, which I guess whatever it was in before was sort of melted into the thing that it was in. Anyway, this has got a plastic cone. This thing you're seeing here, this like white rim, is the light reflecting off the transparent plastic cone. You can actually kind of see some of this texture of the thing on my desk. Shining, oh not shining, visible through there. Anyway, that's what it is. I think the other ones have paper cones, but anyway. Let me save this in there as well. So this is one that was connected already, that I already have. But I'll just put this now inside the box. So you know, let's put this up on the screen. It's this one. I don't even, like, I just pulled this out of a toy, so I don't even have a datasheet for this thing. You can believe it, they got tiny particle accelerators now, have they? So yeah, I'm about to be testing some speakers that I ordered. That's what I was been trying to say. I'm gonna put the speaker inside this little cardboard box. Oh, hang on, let me connect the audio cables first. This one is audio plus, which is the one I was measuring on the oscilloscope. That's going into the amplifier's audio plus, and the audio minus is going to ground. And well, I'm just gonna not even have it in the box at first. We'll just plug us in and see if I can hear it. Okay, are we going to stop the music and turn off the noise again? Where are we? Music, shut up. Noise gate off. It's very quiet at the moment. I'm not quite sure what volume we will have in the end. And I'm going to try putting it in the box and see if that helps it sound better at all, like a little speaker case. I'm worried I'm going to break these wires. It's very fractionally better, I think, but... Oh! Wait, that's quite good. So yeah, this is just what the current one sounds like. I've put it in a small cardboard box, and there are some holes punched in it. The box isn't even closed, but whatever. I'm questioning the point of even putting it in a box if it's not closed as a test. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Also, yeah, the audio is like playing properly while it's drawing on the LCD. That's fucking awesome. I just realized that. I need to, like, so I punched holes in this piece of cardboard, but the holes didn't really, they're not very clean on the other side of the cardboard. So, like, the little bits of cardboard are sort of pressing against the speaker cone. So let me just try and clean them up a little bit. I'll just, like slide a screwdriver back and forth to, like, make it come off, make the roughness come off. Ah, it actually works. Ah, thank you so much. The follow notification worked this time. Thank you, Tacherani, or Tachere. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly. I'm sorry. Welcome. Actually, this is not working super well. It's almost like a screwdriver was not designed to make holes. Man. Whatever. What a useless... Oh, I could just put the speaker on this side, I guess. Ah, you know what? I'm just opening... The box isn't closed, so I'm just gonna tear off the flipping... Tear off this, the entire face of the box. And then I'll put the speaker on the other side, you know? And that way, when it's on the other side... Well, the holes were punched from that side so that we don't have, like, crap bit of cardboard sticking through. I don't know if any of this is making sense. Anyway, I also realized... Cheers. I also realized I'm going to have to get my soldering iron out to be able to solder wires to the other speakers. So one sec, I have to grab it. Okay. I can't believe I just put this away recently. And now I've had to get it back out. Let's get some music going. Oh, you can hear wind blowing in the mic now, huh? Wow, that was being blocked by the noise gate. That's kind of impressive. Alright, here's the soldering iron. There's the cleaning thing. There's the stand. There's the solder itself. What else do I need? Probably nothing. I can probably reuse the wires, right? Actually, no, that's stupid. I'll get the... I will, get new little bits of wire as well. Wire. Okay. Got some wire as well. I don't have to resolder the damn thing just so I can go back to see what the other one sounded like. That's ridiculous, Yook. Could you solder me onto Long Yook? Depends if you're metal. Actually, no, I couldn't, because Long Yook isn't metal. No. Sorry, I cannot. Okay, let's plug in the iron. And put it on the stand. Alright, now we wait for that to heat up. And while it heats up, let's get the speakers out of the box, I guess. Oh, I can show you another thing, actually. Okay, I got the speakers. They're in little plastic bags, as everything is from LCSC. I want to show you something kind of fun that I tried. I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but it was a fun little thing to try. I'd never looked at a datasheet for speakers before. So, oh, this is the wrong folder. This is datasheets for the microcontroller. Here we are. I'm gonna move my hand too far, otherwise it's gonna hit my soldering iron and I'll get burned. Anyway, here are 3 speakers. So I'm gonna go 3 and then 2 and then 1. because that's the order of these. Where's the photo? Here. This is the 3 and this is the 2 and this is the 1. So so here's the data sheet, and look here. There is a response curve, frequency response curve. You can see like there's basically no bass, which makes sense because it's a fucking tiny thing. And then it goes up. It's quite audible around these frequencies, and then there's quite a big dip there, unfortunately, and then it gets really audible up by these frequencies, but by this point it's pointless. The sample rate of the Long Yook's voice is 8 kilohertz, which means the highest frequency is going to be 4 kilohertz, which is 2, 3, 4 here. So it actually doesn't matter that there's a big spike here, that it can be loud here. It's never going to be playing anything around there, so yeah. So the only frequencies we really care about are probably like around the I want to say like around maybe the 500 to 4,000 hertz range. But anyway, so I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we could like hear what this sounds like before getting the speaker? Maybe have like a little sneak peek about what it sounds like. And so I put this behind a well, okay, whatever. I loaded Audacity. Let's just record a thing on Audacity. Stop the music and say, "Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan. Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan." And I don't know why it's stereo. And then I went to equalization, and slight spoiler for one of the next speaker's curves. Wait, there, this one. So I made this window transparent and this window transparent so we could see through them. And then I basically traced this shape out. And yeah, here it is. This goes down. So what I did was I treated this as the 0 decibel mark, as this is 10 decibels down, 20 decibels down, 30, 40, 50. So if we put this to show 50 at the very bottom, and this to show 0 at the very top, then this is this curve. So it's going to make it a little quieter. It's like it's only turning down things, it's not boosting anything. Anyway, so now, hopefully, we can get a sample of what it sounds like. I've already like shared some samples of this on the Discord, but whatever. So originally, it sounded like this. Ignore the quietness and how much quieter it gets. But the original, "Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan." And now, let me put the noise gate back on, sorry. I'll put the noise gate back on for now. So original was this. "Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan." And then equalized. "Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan." So maybe it'll sound a little like this. "Hi, I'm recording a thing, Nyan." Also, hi Colin, welcome. I did that for all 3 response curves. By the way, the way this was recorded, the way the thing I'd have to do to make it sound like this, would be this. So they put the speaker, they attach it to like a baffle, which in my case would be like a piece of cardboard, I guess. And then the mic's 10 centimeters away. And then this is when running it at this power and stuff. Yeah, I'm rushing a little bit because I need to get this all done within 45 minutes. So let me just, hopefully the iron's heated up now. We can take out a speaker and solder on some wires. I'm gonna make them slightly longer than the last ones I prepared, which were not very long. Okay, we got one wire. I'm cutting the other one. This is where it'd be nice to be able to show you, but also I'm just glad that I can be 3D again, because I've been 2D for ages with the camera looking at stuff on my desk instead of my face for the tracking, so yeah. We can't have both at the same time. I have one camera. I need screwdriver again to unscrew the little screw blocks on the amplifier board to release the Kraken. And also the wires for this little plastic coned speaker. Get out of here, we're not using you. Be gone. Okay. Another camera on throne? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, These wires are so insanely thin. I'm using like 30 AWG wire here, which is super thin. But it's easy just to do it with my teeth. The stripping. Yeah. Actually, for the longer side, it's only like a really short thing for connecting to the speakers. And I do that with my teeth because I can't get it short enough with the wire stripping. But for the side that's going to go into the wire blocks, I will use the strippers. You can melt the insulation with the soldering iron. Oh, that would be an awful smell in my room. I don't want to do that. This is not like enamel wire. It does actually have like a proper, like a silicone coating on it. Or insulation on it. So, yeah. It's not that thin. Okay. Where did I put the solder? Here it is. I'm going to just tin these two small ends of the invisible wires that are in my hands right now. These will be the ends that go to the speakers. That's one done. That's the other one done. This is a hell of a lot faster when I'm not wearing silly gloves and trying to get it in view of a camera. Hi Oz! Welcome. Now you're thinking... Wait, what? Another... Oh, I see. Oz! Welcome. Put a webcam on throne? No! I guess I could actually. I don't know why I'm so averse to that. I guess I just hope I have enough USB bandwidth. I wonder if I can get the same Logitech one. I like this camera. Maybe the new one won't have weird occasional glitches in it. Because this is a very old camera. I mean, I've just had it for a long time. I guess it's probably been bumped around a lot. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what I want to do, I want to grab one of the speakers. I want to grab one of these speakers. This one, precisely. Wait, is this the right one? Hang on, what is it? SA... No, that's not the number. Part number, HDK. HDK. That is not this one. This is the wrong one. This is not the one, actually. Maybe I would have numbered it 1, 2, 3. Is it this one? KDMG2800805. Yes, this one. Okay, this one here. This one is this is what I'm doing. This is the biggest one. Oh my god, I can't. Need another window. It's this. The top. These. Just kidding, so any of these are in view. Okay, and these are just like cling film wrapped to a piece of cardboard or plastic. It's plastic. Is it interesting? Let's find the end. I guess this is like a tray of them, right? You can see this is a tray. And there's a fourth one here. And they just cut this bit off. Here it is. There's the end of the cling film. Oh, these things are kind of cool and like really shiny, actually. The shame is going to be hidden behind the plastic of the thing in the end. They're kind of nice and shiny. Like they're stylish. They're silver. Oh my god, how many layers of cling film are there? There we are. Nope, we're not. Oh yeah, we are. This one's revealed now. I can take this one. Wait, these already have wires on them! I just realized these already have wires. Hey, it's a plastic cone. I'm gently touching the cone with my nail. This is actually plastic as well. I thought this was paper, but it's not. Well, we'll see what it sounds like. It's not all down to the material of the cone. Anyway, I don't need to solder wires to this after all. I mean, it's got these little, like JST style connectors on them, so... maybe I can... Are they thin enough to shove... Jumper wires? No, they are not. They are not. In that case, I will just shove wires into these holes. It's a bit strange. We'll do it that way, though. In that case, I need to strip off this end a bit more. Now I'll tin the whole thing to make it, like, a bit thick. Thicker than the thin wire that it originally is. Okay. That's one of them done. And I'll strip the other one as well. A bit further. Might be stripping this too far actually, now I realise these are very shallow connectors. But I can always cut it shorter if it needs to be. And tin it. It is tinned. Hi David, welcome, welcome. This is far too long actually. Oh, one of them might be okay. Let's just see, I'm trying to shove wires in there now. Oh, they're actually almost too thick. But what I meant was too long when I said thin or thick. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's cut this shorter. Okay, one of the wires is in. It's into the red wire. And now the other one is in the black. And for some reason that's super thin. What the fuck? Let me tin it a bit more to make it thicker. I flipping forgot that they have wires already connected to connectors. I guess I could just cut the connector off the end as well. But then we'd be left with very short wires. Which I guess I could extend, but... Okay, this might be really awkward to make it make noise. Now, let me just see if I can bend this a little bit so that it grips better. Okay, this isn't going great. It's not really gripping the wire when I push the wire in on the black side. On the red side, it's gripping really well. I'm gonna see if I can make it thicker still. Switching to the garage. Good luck getting stuff done, Colin. Please, please, solder, stick, become extra thick. Okay, that was not meant to be a rhyme, but it just turned into a rhyme. Okay, this looks like this little blob on the end. That is too thick to get in. Oh my god. It's so fussy. Okay, it's thinner now. What a thrilling stream this is. Oh my god. Okay, now it's like way too thin. It's just like... Okay, whatever. Who fucking cares? I'll just hold them in place if need be. And need do be, so... Alright, it's connected to the amplifier board. This one that's sticking really far out, way too far, is the positive. Well, this really matters much. And... in it goes. Okay, and the other one is negative. And that's it. It is now connected. And now it's screwed up. In a good way. Okay, it's connected. Let's... where's my silly piece of cardboard? Here it is. Garage Comp is playing ball? Hell yeah. Okay, the speaker is... Wow. The, I'm gonna take a photo of this side of it as well. The speaker is very, very thin. And the cone is like so close to the... the rim when you look at the other side of it. This is a very cool looking speaker. That's not why I chose it. I chose it based on the graph and loudness at a certain power level so that I won't be using too much power. Anyway, I'm plugging it in now. It's not. Oh. Let's turn off the noise gate again. Stop the music. Okay, and now I'm gonna put it up to the piece of cardboard. Well, this is much less like super harsh than the little cheap black plastic one. I mean, this is cheap, but oh, one of the wires. Okay. Well, that's this one. I should also be probably measuring the current usage. Why is the LCD like really fucked up? Hang on, there's weird stuff on the LCD. What on earth? Hang on a second. Let me reset this. Okay, it's fixed now. I think it must have been like a bad connection or something. That was weird. The Long Yook was all messed up as she was scrolling across. Anyway, okay, as the first speaker. You did that beat. You did that beat? Okay, what's the next speaker? I'm gonna go down in size out of curiosity. Okay, this one does need soldering. So I haven't got the soldering iron out entirely for nothing. This one does have wires though. Oh, dig. I see. I did that beat. And let me show you a photo of this as well. Wait, I didn't post it. I took a photo and I didn't upload it. What am I doing? 8 horseshoes. 8 horseshoes. Someone said on my Discord in response to the photo of the black plastic one because of the 8 ohms. Alright, let's post a photo of the one that I just took. Or rather, let's post the photo I just took. I'm gonna crop down all this wasted, unused space. And posting. Let me show you it. Look at this. Look at this. Look how cool it looks on this side. And look how close it is, this cone is to the edge here. It's so thin. Anyway, I think it looks cool, which is not the... I just have to keep saying it because I've never seen a speaker look quite like that before. Anyway, next one. Next one is this. So let's grab that. Let's disconnect this one first. I'm so curious about how the super tiny one sounds. I can't believe it. It sounds anything like the one we just heard. There's no way. There's no way, right? Let's see if I can slide that back under the... Yeah, there we are. Back under the cling film. Okay, time for the next one, which is the black plastic one. Okay, you can go down there for now. Next! Here it is. And this one... Oh, I guess I should show you more of the datasheet, huh? So this one, blah, 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 blah. What was the key thing I was looking at? I was looking at the frequency response graph and also this. The fact that... Where is it? At half a watt? I don't know if I'm even going to be driving that hard, but whatever. And 10 centimeters away, which I don't think is a super unreasonable measurement for like a little handheld console. It's not going to be as far away as 1 meter. It's going to be somewhere between those two, but whatever. At half a watt, 10 centimeters away, 95 decibels. I assume this is dBA, but whatever. Which seems kind of nice. And then to compare it to the next one that we're going to be trying. Let me just make sure the model number matches. 8AA1P2. Yes, okay. This is the smaller black ones. These ones, looking at their datasheet, is probably going to be similar-ish. Oh no, this one seems way more strong. at 0.1 watts, so like a third of the power. No, a fifth of the power. It's still 90 decibels from 10 centimeters away. So what I'm expecting is this might have like a harsher peak, and that's how it's achieving the loudness. Hi, Correct. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, speaking of peaking, I just peaked. Oh, that's actually doesn't have a super sharp, harsh peak. And this is like fairly flat as well. Look at that. It's dipping down. Like one of them dips down quite a lot, around 4 kilohertz. This one doesn't dip down that much. I don't think the previous one did much either. I think it's the tiny one that dips down a lot. Okay, I'm trying to find that. There is the end of the cling film. We'll see what this sounds like. There it is. How do I get this out of the... There it is. Ooh, this looks cool. It's got like a little mesh in it. What the fuck? This looks like a flipping flying saucer or something. I'm gonna take a photo of this one as well. This looks really cool. Let's get you a photo. I wonder why it's so much more efficient. I wonder as well. It could just be the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The back of it where it looks like there should be a magnet is actually foam padding as well, which is interesting. Like the back of this where it looks like it should be a magnet. This is a round sticky foam or pad that's been stuck on. It's not sticky to me. Because it's already been stuck on. Let's get a photo of this. The other side of it. Can I zoom in to see the mesh? Oh, you can. Sometimes this phone camera surprises me. We'll crop that down and I'll upload that as well and then show it. Also high linted is for vibration dampening. Maybe it's also so that you can like squish it up against something behind it. I don't know. Anyway, slap that in the Discord and I'll show you it. Ta-da! Nope. Ta-da! Yep. Look at this. Look at it. Look what that looks like on the other side. How cool does that look? We've got like a mesh there. Behind that is like a thing with some holes in it, and behind that is like the driver itself, the cone that moves. Looks kind of neat, doesn't it? Maybe I'll keep this up on the screen while I show it. It's meshed. Yeah, it has a little mesh on it. I won't touch it too much, but it's kind of satisfying to touch. It's not. I've never seen a speaker with a mesh on it like that either. Not like the speaker drive cone itself. I hate saying driver. But anyway, thank you for the hydration, Stu. I'll do that. X, thank you for all these pads as well. I've never seen it on a small speaker. I don't think I've seen it on any. The speaker itself. You know. I don't deserve so many pads, but thank you very much, X. That's a lot of pads. Holy crap. And what's that phone dial? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with resonance? Controlling the resonance somehow? I don't know. Let's find out. Thank you for the plus check as well. I feel like headphones do that, but I didn't really think about it being built into the speaker itself. Maybe. Yeah, maybe actually. I'm not sure. Let me solder these same wires on. I know I said that I would not be reusing wires, but the other one already had wires on it, so whatever, I'm reusing these ones. This should be fairly easy to solder. It's got enormous solder tags on it. Look at these things. Look at them. They're actually sticking up away from it as well. So yeah, I reckon that they do intend for you to put the speaker into something that fits like with a... just presses against something to make contact. So these are like springy, you know, and so then this being padded here makes sense. Okay, soldering. Remember to maintain your Yook, make sure your head is well padded. Thank you! Let's do this. Clean the iron a bit. Okay, one is soldered on. I wonder if this is even... oh god. That's not a great smell. I hope that wasn't plastic that I melted. I do wonder if it's rated for being soldered, since it has these things that are clearly meant to be spring fitted, but we'll see, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, it's not a very nice smell. It could just be like some coating on the metal burning off, I guess. Probably not meant to be breathing it anyway, but... other one now. Hang on, I'm making a mess of this. Okay, I got it to go on. Finally. That was not elegantly done. But whatever, we got wires on it now. Okay. Should we give it a go? I don't know which side is positive and which is negative. Not that it really matters, but if we're wanting insanely fair testing... Why is my hand tracking not... Question mark. Does it have... like a... pin out? Oh, it does! It actually does! Okay, positive is on the right when the things are at the bottom. Alright! Then we'll connect that to plus on the amp. Maybe I should like be comparing the equalizer thing on Audacity as well. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Seeing if it sounds similar at all. I don't have the well, no, it's a lie. I do have the audio actually. I think I do still. Okay. Wires are connected. Let's see. Do I? Yeah, I do. Compressed. Is that the one I want? LY2 compressed. Is this the one? Is this the one?
Snake.
No, that's the wrong speech. LY2. LY? Is it LY or LY? I thought it was LY2. No, it's the wrong audio. I guess it's LY then. Filtered? Filtered 2? Did I filter it? Is this like the absolute original before it even got converted? Snake. Yeah, it is. That's not gonna be a fair comparison then. Filtered and filtered 2. What is this?
Snail 2.
Oh, it says 11 kilohertz. Why do I not have the decoded audio? Ah, is this the decoded audio? I think this is actually from my I think this is actually from the DAC output of the yeah, this is the actual DAC output of the microcontroller. So I guess if I put this through a through the EQ, then this is exactly what it should sound like. So the one we're on right now is the one that's in 1P2. This one. So let's filter it and then see what it sounds like, and then we'll see what it sounds like really filtered through the real speaker. Audacity says it might sound little something like this. Which is remarkably good for such a tiny speaker. So we'll see. We'll see. In fact, we'll see right now. I think if I just plug it in and get the mic a bit closer and hold it up to the cardboard for, yeah, we'll see what it sounds like. Reset. Okay. And hold it up to the cardboard. Wow. That's really good for the tiny size. This does seem louder as well. This is with it facing the mic. This is like really fucking... This is tiny little thing making this noise. I'm kind of impressed, actually. The fact that this will be probably using less power to make the same loudness is amazing. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Alright. Now we're gonna try the super, super, super tiny speaker. Snail 2. Thank you for the pads, cabbage. Okay. Tiniest ones. I'm kind of impressed by that. I kind of want to play some music on as well, just for the lulz, even though there'll be no bass. Why? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's compare it. Wait.
Snake.
That's the wrong one. Where's the... Oh my god. Why have I got so many things open? I've got this open. I got this open. I got this open. I got this open. Oh shit, I just closed... I just closed the data sheet by mistake. I got this open. And then this, which is what I actually wanted. Alright, let me just play that, and I'll also show you the thing playing in real life again. Shush. Go. And I'll just move the mic down. So this is about 10 centimeters. Okay, so this is the real life. And Audacity. There's definitely far more like high resolution aliasy noises on the real thing, but aliasing is probably the wrong word, but whatever. I think it's fine, but I'm very, very curious about what these tiny ones sound like. Not these ones. These ones. These are so ridiculously small. There's just no way, right? There's just no way that would be a similar volume to this at the same distance. They look like they should go in like earphones, like in-ear earphones. This folder of veggies is not appearing. What the hell? Why is the image viewer always on top? That was weird. So this is the model number is the one that ends in 011. So this one. What is going on? I can't scroll up. No. Is it this one then? Yes. 83201. Yeah, this one. Thank you for the pads. It's been an interesting stream. Yuki's model glitching out when she moves out of frame. Then the tea topic. For me, I've got to head to bed. No worries. Wait. That was weird. Also. Oh, wait, the music's already stopped, sorry. There you go. Let's take one of these little speakers out. So tiny! Oh my goodness. And I'm guessing that on the back there's like a sticky tape. I guess it's like double-sided tape. Because it's like a tab that you can pull off, and I assume that it's going to reveal like a sticky back of the speaker that you can stick onto something, if you see that. Maybe that's how they're meant to be mounted? Question mark? I don't know. But it has a seal around the front, so like a gasket, so you know, that is rubber I can feel, so yeah. Have an awesome stream. Thank you! I'm not gonna be going on for much longer, but yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Alright, since this is so small, the wires are also really small. I mean, it's not a given that anything that's small also has small wires, but that's how it is with this one. And I'm going to try to connect them directly to the screw terminal of this amplifier board, due to laziness. Now, which one is positive and which one is negative? Just, it doesn't really matter, but let's see. Okay. Oh, wait. Wow! They're actually, right, it actually says which, the yellow and the blue. That's kind of funny. So yeah, there are yellow and blue wires connected. As you can probably see in this photo, if my hands track a little better, please. There we are. Yeah. Wow, that's super easy to see the colors. And apparently the yellow one is positive, which is, yeah. The one that's soldered to the right, actually. You can't really see it on here, but it is the one that's soldered onto the right side, when viewed from above, from here. Yellow glue. Yeah. Would you call this yellow? I guess so. Yellow glue. Yellow and glue. Yellow glue and yellow and blue. Says them both. I'm gonna have to strip these wires a little longer if they're gonna be gripped properly by the terminal thingy, screw terminals, I think. Let's strip my wires. Man, this feels... I'm like, it's this tiny little thing. It's smaller than my little finger's fingertip. Like, the diameter is less than my little finger's fingertip. And I don't have huge hands. As you can see by the floppy fingertips when I'm wearing those fabric gloves, which I don't do anymore. I wear the nitrile ones. But anyway, let's strip. There we go. Twitch! I'm talking about wires! Don't ban me! And let's strip the blue one. Hang on. Let's get some music going in the meantime. I mean, we're not going to get past the intro probably by the time I've finished connecting this. Let's see. The race is on now. Have they tinned these as well? They have tinned these wires. That's nice. Hey! Why? These are actually like multi-core wires, multi-strand wires. And they tinned the exposed parts. That's actually really nice. Oh, because I talked about stripping, I guess. The wires is not the problem, the stripping is. Hey, but it's stripping the wires. You need to strip the wires to be able to use them. I'm not going to conduct if you keep the insulation on. Hey! Thank you for the saving of the kidneys, Stu. I maybe should let me feel. Yeah, I could go. But I'm going to be ending stream very soon. So let me just quickly get this done and tested first. So I'll refund you. I'm like, it's a time limit based thing today, you know, like sound based time limit. So the stream should actually be short. If you got a lighter, you can see if they're actually copper or copper clad aluminum wires. Would it? I don't have a lighter. Does a soldering iron get hot enough? Will they shrivel from a soldering iron? My hands are not... There's so much crap on my desk though. Absolutely all kinds of stuff scattered all over the place. Thank you for the pads. Let me just refund the stew. Boop. Or...
Reject.
As Twitch says. Man, I have to put my hand very close to the soldering iron to press that evil button. I'm unplugging it right now though. Start letting it cool down. Alright, well, I mean, it's connected. I'm gonna take a photo of this just in case, just to get across just how stupidly tiny this is. The way it's just hanging from the little amplifier board, which is tiny in itself. You should really get across just how small this thing is. See if I can get a photo of it from the underneath like I did for all the other ones. Okay, that'll do. Oops. Yeah, I should demonstrate it. Reject my knees? No, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I will do them. I will do the knees. Oh, you can see little bits of stripped wire there on the edge. Alright, save it. And let's show it on stream. I think you can see some dustiness of the disc as well. I should probably vacuum it. Anyway, not on stream. Don't worry. Chat paused due to mouse movement. That's a thing? What the hell? I've never seen that before on this built-in chat thingy. Anyway, latest photo. Looks like this. That's the wrong window. Looks like this. Look at it! It's so small! This connector is bigger than the speaker! It's crazy! I think. Let me just position that. Oh no, not quite. Not quite. They're pretty much the same. But yeah, that's really small. This one also has a couple of holes drilled there, maybe to help control resonance or something. Especially since there's like different diameter holes. Yes, this is very small. It looks more like a microphone than a speaker. Maybe it'd work as a microphone as well. And I have the op amps now, so I could actually test that. Not on today's stream though. So I have to keep muting the burp because I'm so windy from all the nyan juice. The wires are also thin. Yeah, they are. Imagine they used like super thick wires. Alright, let's plug it in. If I can hear this from the distance it's at, I will already be amazed. It's not going to sound as good, I already know, because of the frequency response graph. It has like much more of a, you know, a big dip, unfortunately, right around 3 kilohertz. But it's fucking tiny, and I was so curious about this because of how small it is, so I had to get it. And let's see what it sounds like. Maybe it'll work well as a mic, I don't know. It'd be cool if I could use the speaker as a mic as well. Well, I'll be damned, I can actually hear it. That's quiet though. That is much quieter. But it's certainly not headphone level quiet. Let's put it up to the cardboard. Oh my god, that makes so much difference. Holy crap, that makes a difference. The difference is insane. It's not that much quieter anymore. This is about 10 centimeters. I can't believe this is coming from that tiny thing! That is insane! Yeah, the last Nyan has like big resonance. Oh, like, oh, you record it. It's just how the one thing I recorded and converted ended up sounding. But yeah, wow. So this is about 10 centimeters from the mic. Touched to the cardboard with the holes cut in it. I'm gonna move the speaker away from the holes now, but still touching the cardboard. Okay. And back to the holes. And now I'm just gonna remove the piece of cardboard and keep the speaker in the same position. Oh, there's some really high resonances in there. Oh! This is gonna be nasty. There's a really high frequency resonances in there. But yeah, wow, when you mount it like how the datasheet says, god damn, this is a capable tiny little speaker. I will be damned, that's insane. That's amazing. I'll probably use the second one, possibly. I'll do some better comparisons, like where I'm actually listening not just through my headphones, but you know, like with my real life ears directly. Can you believe it? I have ears in real life? In this economy? Yeah, okay, that's, I mean, that was fascinating. I'm shocked by these little things. I've never seen a speaker that small that makes noise that loud. They look like things from earbuds. Yeah, I guess speaker technology is moving on as well, question mark? Anyway, a small Yook. Is that small Yook I'm hearing? Yeah. That was this tiny little thing. Look at the size of it. I mean, by itself, it sounds like the nastier kind of sounding thing. But when touched to a piece of cardboard that has holes cut in it, yeah, it sounded good. I'm hoping it would also sound good when attached to a piece of plastic that has holes cut in it. I guess we can just... do I have a piece of thick... Oh, I have my keyboard. I guess I can just put it up to my keyboard and not fully... Wow, it's on such short wires that can it even reach? Oh, wait, yes I can. Okay, let's try it again. Out of curiosity. Move it a bit closer and make sure we don't block it completely. That's... Yeah, that's without it near the keyboard, and this is with it touching the keyboard. It's so fucking small! I don't actually need it to be that small though to fit in my thing, but wow, if I was trying to build a really small thing, this would be an amazing option. Anyway. Oh, let's just see what the Audacity, the filter on Audacity says that it should sound like as well. Here's the original. And if we equalize it with this one, the one that ends in 011, with this big dip. Okay, fine. Now let me do it one more time. One more time! I want to see if I can hear that characteristic bump in the This is like so tiny. And the way I'm holding it on the piece of cardboard makes me think that like this could be used in like a little greetings card thing. But like not even a greetings card needs such a like a narrow diameter speaker. You could like put in a wider one like the not that, like the did I not save? Oh, I didn't save the wide speaker picture apparently. This one. You could put in like a wide speaker like that that's still really flat, so I'm kind of wondering what the use case for such a small thing would be, but I'm sure someone wants to make something that's small and makes noise. Anyway. I can make my earbuds that loud too. Question is when they burn out. Yeah, true. So here's something kind of... Oh no, I think this one's like 0.3 watts maximum. Well, not maximum, I guess it's RMS. And this is half a watt. Funnily enough, this one that's smaller is 1 watt. Maximum. Obviously, I'm not going to be running them at different... I'm going to be running them at the same level no matter what. Why is this music not on pause? Oh god, that's an Explorer, right? There we are. Noise gain. Noise gain! Get in here. So 0.3 watts long time. Max 0.5 watts for 1 minute. That's quite a long time for something that's above what it's rated. Yeah, this one's lower though. You can see it is quieter. This is at 0.1 watts from 1 meter. 0.3 watts. Sorry, not 1 meter. 0.1 meters. 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters, also known as. Where's our data sheet for number 2? Let's get them all up at the same time. Can't really get them all next to each other, but we can switch between them quickly at least. This one is, yeah, the very first. No, this is not. Is this the first one we tested? 8AA. Which one was that? Wait, A1P2 ends in 1P2. Oh, 1P2 is the middle, the black ones. Wait. Where was I reading things? Wait, hang on, I'm confused now. Is this the one? This is the one. Okay, so it's number 05WA. Is 05, is this one? 05W. Okay, it is the bigger ones. The bigger ones that are meant to be. Oh no. This is at 0.5 watts though. And this is at 0.1 watts. Yeah, okay, never mind. I forgot the 0.1 ones. Sensitivity, I would guess, is you know, it's like compared to how much power you're putting into it, how much sound it makes. So this one with only 0.1 watts makes 90 decibels. And I'm assuming this is like A weighted? Because like 90 decibels by, like just decibels by itself is meaningless unless it's compared to something. It's like saying, this speaker makes 8 times a sound level of 8 times. Like, what does that mean? Because decibels is like relative to something. Anyway, so 0.1 watts at 10 centimeters. 95 decibels, 0.5 watts at 10 centimeters, and then this one is quieter. 86 at 0.1, which is not a million miles away from this. Well, we can work it out actually. Like doubling, like 6 times the decibels is going to be like double the perceived loudness, right? So 86 decibels at 0.1. Oh, but we can see it's not a linearly increasing thing. I was about to say, you know, if we double 0.1 to 0.2, then that would mean that would be 92 decibels, right? Because that would be like double loudness, but it doesn't work that way. You can see here. Thank you for the pads. Oh, wait. Does it not? Yeah, no, it doesn't quite. We'd expect this to, so 789012 would be 6 decibels up from here. Then 345, 95 decibels would be another half, like 1.5. But this is 93. And obviously if you're doubling the wattage, you get 0.1, 0.2, 0.4. So 0.3 is exactly halfway between 0.2 and 0.4. But 93 is not exactly halfway between 92 and 98. So you'd expect it to be 95 if it just perfectly went up linearly with the decibels, but it doesn't. But anyway, this is still all really good. I'm kind of impressed by all these speakers. I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more comparing, like actually with my ears, without going through the microphone and the headphones. But yeah, pretty interesting, right? And I'm very happy that the timing system seemed to work as well. On the thing I was checking the oscilloscope earlier. Right now there isn't a system to automatically change CPU speed when it is speaking and put it back down when it's not speaking. It would be really nice, and also to turn on and off the DAC when it starts and stops speaking. I would like to make the voice class, or the talkie class, take care of that. Otherwise, I have to be like constantly monitoring it from here and turn it up manually when it's about to speak, and then remember to turn it back down when we detect that it's finished. It'd be really nice if it could just take care of that shit itself. Because the only reason we care about that stuff is to make sure that we can wait for the right amount of time. But this function here, this wait for length of LCD frame, I couldn't think of a better name for it. This takes care of that already. So anywhere else in here, we shouldn't care about whether it's speaking or not. So just let the talkie class take care of the other stuff, and that'd be really nice if we could just do that. Anyway, I'm gonna end for now. It's 10 p.m. In fact, it's 10:04 p.m. 9.3 bells. Are those like church bells or like cat bells? Yeah, bell is a thing, as I'm sure you know. It's kind of funny that we use decibels, even when the numbers are like so high. I guess it's because there's such a big difference in one bell. Like it's already nearly 4 times, right? The loudness? Just 12 decibels would sound like that. Which would be 1.2 bell. Anyway, hi Don't! Welcome! Quartz piezo. Is that what that said in there? One of these... They said both? Quartz... Was it this one? Was it this one? Why am I saying nothing? Does this one say that? No. Oh. Maybe it's a bitmap that's been scanned actually, and this is not even text that can be selected. No, that is text. This one is text as well. I didn't see it. I wonder how many bells something like a supernova is. Maybe it makes sense to measure those in kilobells? I would kind of be surprised if you needed kilobells. I'd be kind of surprised if you needed thousands of decibels. Because every time you go up by 6, it's doubling. This is like exponential growth. It's like deceptively like, whoosh, you know. I'd be surprised if a supernova was like outside the hundreds of decibels. But I'm curious. Because surely you can just like... Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know much astronomy stuff. At least I know enough to say astronomy rather than astrology, but... That's where it ends. Imagine some astronomical stuff could probably get there. Wouldn't it be interesting if the Big Bang was not even in the thousands? Just mentioned about the greetings cards using piezo speakers for their thinnest and use the wrong term. Ah, okay. Oh wait, I missed that. Right, greeting cards would like to use chords. Yeah, I think they probably do use the piezo. I don't know the correct way to pronounce it. I know the way that a lot of people pronounce it, but cardboard speakers. They actually, I think the first one. Well, the first one has a plastic. First one has a plastic cone. Second one, I'm not sure. I'd have to take a closer look at that. I still have it out. Let me look. Maybe my phone shine some light into it. Do I see something that looks like plastic? Yes, I do. Around the outside, underneath these holes. And then this one I would expect is metal. I'm not sure. Not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. If every atom occupied nearly the same point in space. If every atom occupied nearly the same point in space at the time of the Big Bang, the bang wasn't very big. I think I get it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's true, Stewie. The scales are astronomical. All right, I'm ending now. I'm going to pass you on to someone. Who am I going to pass you on to? Attempted to pass you on to Erend or Uni. Or possibly Satellites. Let's see what's going on. Small bang. I read small bang at first. Because of the U. Thank you for the pants. Sorry for breaking your wrist a little bit. Right, we gotta wait for all the damn streams to load if I'm to see what they're doing. Oh, man. The name of the mixes that Yag makes that's playing on Aaron's stream now is kind of funny. Thank you, foreign. Because YouTube randomly captions the word foreign on some things, and also just thank you randomly sometimes. Just, you know, the average neural network hallucinations. Did you know that Whisper, the thing for transcribing audio, often at the end of transcriptions puts thanks for watching because of all the videos that it was trained on? Presumably YouTube videos, because that's an enormous thingy. Database, I guess. Should I pass you on to Setalix or Erend? Thanks for watching. And ironically, thank you though for hanging out and everything. It's been a while since I've raided Setalix. I think I might raid Setalix. I'm gonna go and save the kidneys afterwards. Yeah, we're gonna check out Setalix. Setalix is working on the Unity. Is it still Unity? I'm not seeing a Unity tag. Is this Unity? Yeah, it is Unity. Wow, the new Unity looks different, huh? Unity 6, I guess it is. Alright, here's where we're going. Here's where we're going. Yep, come on, there we are. We're going to S. Locks and Larceny building first. Oh, is that the name of the game? I didn't actually realize the name. Yeah, this is the person with a sun on screen that is also just a computer monitor that is a bot that gets very sassy with text. I just plugged in the thingy. It's saying things again. Anyway, I'm gonna unplug that. Yeah, I haven't raided Setalix in a long time. So 6 within the thousands. I know, it's so silly, right? It's like Windows 98, Windows 2000, then Windows 7. All the way back down to 7. The year 7. Anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. This was this is a fun stream. I'm really glad that I didn't try to do too much stuff on today's stream. It felt more relaxed. And hey, we even got all the speakers tested before I had to be quiet. Although I do actually kind of have to be quiet now, but yeah, and bye. Yeah, there you go. That's them going. All right, thank you all very much for hanging out. I'm gonna try to do 2 more streams. I almost managed to do the flipping 3 streams last week, but I just didn't have the energy to stream with Myriad in the end, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully it'll happen this week. All right, you're all cool. Bye. And thanks for watching. Exactly. Bye. No one's here anymore, but raid message can be anything. Okay, I'm clicking stop streaming now.